All right, y'all. I am here. Hello, darlings. Glory to God. We are now back live. And today we are gathered here because my hair looks great. Okay, we ain't even put no heat on. I just did a little trim to it because y'all know my hair was growing at its own rate. So I was saying that I was gonna chop at least 6 inches off. I took like two, maybe three, and it felt so good because I'm just like, look at how it's flowing and going and looking good and representing for Black Heritage Month. I love that for me. We're also gathered here, like I said, for my hair, but I am going to do a nice lunch bang for y'all. I'm like, I wanted an egg noodle bowl, so I ended up making an egg noodle bowl, and I'm like, get some potatoes in here. I did add just a little shrimp. I don't really care for shrimp, but I was like, since I'm already gonna put the egg noodle bowl seasoning on, I'm like, I may as well. So I did drop like three or four, maybe like a handful, like five of them in there. So we're gonna get into that. I also am gonna have a social where we can yap about this whole 2026 great opt out. Y'all know we did a 2025 great lock in. Now TikTok has come back with the 2026 great opt out. Well, it's not great opt out. It is just the opt out, but I'm calling it, the great opt out because child is feeling like this is the real Great Depression. But hey, at least we have bread and water because I'm like, it's not funny. It's not funny because Lord don't let us get there to the point where we got bread or water because then it's really not going to be good for anyone or anything that we have got going on. But like I said, that's what we're gonna go ahead and get into today. So grab your treats, your snacks, whatever you need, so that you can get in your vibe and have a good time while I'm running my mouth on this live. And y'all know I haven't been in the most chit chatty mood. I just been in a running my mouth mood. But we getting good and we getting better because I am doing a members only live chat. So if you are a social channel member, because we are having a social. So I figured if I'm gonna have socials, the least I could do is turn it on for the social channel members, which is also good because now I have the poll back up and running. So if you see the poll in the chat, tap into the poll. Let me know if you are dating in 2026. Are you participating in the great opt out? Like, what you got going on? Because, I'm just, a middle aged woman trying not to be put in these little caps because I'm unwed. I'm figuring out life. I was handling business before I also came on this live, which is what took me so long. So I just realized that let me I'm gonna be going back and forth into that because y'all know I'm here to tell y'all my business. This is my business. Then we also got this is the digital business, and we also got our physical entrepreneur business, like I said, with the photo booth. So it's like, and then we also the promotional model with our brand agencies, notably Hennessy and Anheuser-Busch. The people that's just people that you may know. I'll play all day because I'm so serious. But yeah, I'm like, so yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot. I'm gonna be doing a lot. So we just here with the vibes. We live. And like I said, I'm gonna be running my mouth about this 2026. Like I said, what I'm calling it. A great opt out. So before we do anything, I gotta thank God for this day. I also gotta thank God for this food that I'm about to receive. So thank you, God, for this day. Thank you for letting the day be great. Thank you for keeping my mind on straight. Thank you for letting your will be done. Thank you for letting me do what you need me to do so I can get to where you want me to be, as well as each and every one of us, so we don't have to do anything that is scandalous, corrupt, that will get us put in the Epstein file because we just trying to, I don't even know if they was just trying to survive. That could have been greed. We're not going to get that far, Lord. But yeah, Lord, see? Because we don't even want to have to go there. We don't even want to have to get on the yacht. Okay? We want to own the yacht. We don't want to have to get on the yacht, Lord. Because if we have to, we will. All right? And thank you for this food that I'm about to receive. Thank you for blessing the hands that prepared it. And thank you for letting it be a good consumption of nourishment to my body. My God. Please don't let it give my stomach the rumble, dumble, 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 dumbles. Which it may, because Lord knows I'm lactose intolerant, but I'm finna get down on these eggs because I really wanted the egg noodle bowl. Okay? So thank you, Lord. Yes. For letting it be good. I did a sample, so I'm like, picking up where I left off at. So yeah, God is good. We're going to eat this food, okay? Bible verse of the day is also in the description, as it should always be. In the Bible verse of the day is coming from Ephesians 2:10. Happy birthday to everybody that's born today. Shout out to the Aquarius, any age of Aquarius. And the Bible verse of the day does say, "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." That's right. Because we've been here for 41 days and 40 nights at this point as of today. It's literally day 41 of 365. But yeah, we've literally been here 41 days and 40 nights. And then one day, it's gonna get right. It's gonna get just right. So, with that being said, I'm like, is there anything else that I need to say? Besides, I just keep looking at my hair. It looks great. Just cut off a few inches and it's flowing and going. And I can't believe I'm a real headband girl. Like, I really just gotta get back to, being a cute, prissy, dainty girl. Y'all see how I started doing polish again. I started polishing back up my image, started doing the polish again. So I'm like, and then putting on the headband. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I am a headband girl. Like, it's just so cute. It reminds me of very Stepford Wife, what I thought I would be. I cannot believe I'm not. I don't even know what a Stepford Wife is. Now that I think about it, I never saw the movie. But if it's like Housewives, that's what I thought it was. Because I'm like, because is that a murder movie? I don't know. I don't know. Something about that seems like it might be a little aspect of control going on there that I probably should. All right, because I'm doing a horizontal and vertical live, so I lost y'all a bit. But like I said, I really don't know what that movie's about. All I know is my hair looks great, okay? I mean, I'm talking about natural. That's why I was just like, God did his one with me. To the point where I had to spin the blocker, okay? And when I call him spin the blocker, because I know y'all wonder, like, how you spin the block? Because he should be on the block list, okay? I have like 18 Apple devices, so blocking people on everything becomes a lot. So he got through on one of the devices because I thought I blocked him on all 18, but I guess only 17 of my Apple devices he got blocked on. So I had to spin the blocker. You know what I think about? It's always my old iPad. It's always my old iPad that it comes through. Because I'm like, with all my, because like, hey, y'all on one phone right here. Then we got the laptop right here for the horizontal. And then we got the phone that I am going to finish up my business on. Then I got, the other phone. And like I said, y'all on the phone, this phone. Then I got a whole nother iPad over here. It's a whole nother iPad over there. It's just a whole bunch of, imagine having to block people on all these devices. Again, I thought I did. But I did not, because I had to spin the blocker come back. Y'all know it's Lover Girl season. And like I said, they talking about this whole 2026 great opt-out to the point where I'm just like, I'm feeling what the girls are saying when they saying this. And that's why I'm like, who thought of this? Who really thought of this? Because I'm honestly not mad at it, okay? Because like I said, I didn't have this spin the blocker decide that. I actually had 2 spin the blockers reach out to me. That's part of the reason why the chat has not been chatty. Like I said, now we are just here for my members. Like I said, sure, I'm going to let y'all, I can let my members run their mouth, especially when you pay to run your mouth. It's like, come on, I can. That makes me happy. That helps the business. You paying to run your mouth definitely helps the business. Because like I said, child, that's definitely what this is all about. It's the business. Like I said, I can't believe I got to run my own business because I am not the housewife that I thought I would be. Because not only do the men not have the money for you not to be no housewife, now that I think about it, you still be going to work. Okay? This is a get it how you live economy. And then I also came to realize, like I said, the men don't want to be providers. They don't want to be protectors. Like, them having to provide for a family repulses them. Which is so strange to me, because even as a woman, like, if I had to be head of the household, God, don't let us see my situation, because it's like I wouldn't. I hate to say that I wouldn't want to. I only feel that way now because my whole life I always felt like I thought I was gonna be the superstar, the Beyonce of the relationship. So it's like, if I'm the one with the most money, who cares? But then, besides, you had me feeling like, baby, that ain't how it go. He got to do it all. And then there are men that I have seen do it all. Because you're like, you know, I had my own little ghetto fairy tale going on where I thought, you know, everything would be princess world and taken care of. And because hold on, I'm finna take this good bite. Do y'all chew noodles? I use spaghetti now that I think about it. These ain't even noodles. Pasta. But every time I see E. Kane slurping down them noodles without swallowing it, I didn't know that people didn't chew noodles. I couldn't imagine just slurping down pasta. It's the sauce, y'all. It's the sauce. It's the sauce. I really did that when it comes to my sauce. Oh my God. I'm glad it's a lunch bang. Okay. Let me get into my business real quick. And then I'm gonna give y'all what as well as my assistive intelligence have come up with regarding this 2026 opt-out. This is a little spicy. We're having it at my job inside, but we would need you to set up at 5:30. Okay. That doesn't tell me how you're gonna make. Okay. Okay. $5:30. Hold on, cause I gotta book this. This time we gotta secure the bag. Cause I'm like, hold on. It sounds up. How long would you need for photo booth rental? $5:37 sounds good. How many hours would you need for photo booth rental? All right, so boom, let me do that. I already. Let me take the phone number off. But I'm like, I already sent her the information regarding my photo booth service. So I'm like, she can book on my website. Depending on if she responds to me in text message, I might just go ahead and let her just like go ahead and like Cash App or PayPal me. Because I'm thinking, because I'm like, okay, because I'm like, hold on, because I see the bubbles where she typing back. Because I'm like, hold on, y'all, I got to handle my business. These are the parts that we want to see anyway. We got to make it. Okay, just 2 is fine. Perfect. Because it came to this phone as well. That scared me. I was like, who's texting this phone? But again, everything connected. So the message came up there. Okay. Perfect. Via website. Okay, so perfect. You can make a website via website, PayPal. You can via website for your rental or $100 deposit via PayPal or Cash App with remainder due day of event 2nd of March 2026. All right, so hold on, let me proofread. Perfect. You can make a payment in full via website for your rental or make $100 deposit via PayPal or Cash App. Okay. All right. Boom. Because I got to secure the funds. We got to figure out how we getting this money on. And now that is almost on. Like I said, how long, y'all? Because we got to get this money on. What did I do with the iPad? Okay, so boom. Here's the iPad. Because I'm like, all right. So boom. Regarding our 2026 grade out of dating is what the girls say they doing. I, as a lover girl, am trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this because, like I said, I have had a spin the blocker or two come into my presence, only to realize that there is a high probability that this situation still will not go in the favor and way that I would want things to go, that being the result of marriage. Like I just don't see that from these spinning blockers because, like, again, I've only dated 3.5 people since 2017. One of them is dad. The only reason why we got the half is because he's the only one that actually did make the proposal down on his knee. So the other two are just like on my nerves at this point. Like at this point, I don't even know what's been the block because I be having an attitude with them. Like I said, I can't picture anything going right because of everything going wrong. Like you've been a dog. Like, and I'm just saying this at this point for any male that's out there that may be dogging somebody's daughter out right now, thinking that it's gonna be okay at the end of the day. Some women are cool with that. I just am not that one. So with this one particular spinner blocker, he would have been like my favorite of the two, because I'm like, of the 3.5, the one that was my favorite is dead and gone, and it's unfortunate. Okay, he would have been the one that I would have had a better chance at doing anything. But unfortunately, my boy is dead and gone. So with the two that are left, the one that is my favorite of the two, I'm just like, again, like I said, at this point, both of them have had children in our whole on and off type ways. And it's just like, again, I don't have kids. I never planned on having no blended family. I vowed on not doing it. I vowed on not having any, outside kids and mothers and families that I got to deal with. That was just not in the cards for what I'm picking the deck from for my life. Because if I could set up my own life, why the fuck would I do that? Let's just be for real. Like, especially with no kids. Bro, come with no kids or just don't come at all. So especially when they spin the block, knowing that this is how I feel, I really just be looking like, it's like I said, they blocked on everything. They don't have my phone number that I have now. So they be talking on the iPad, the iCloud. And it's just, like I said, I'm so mean to them. Like, I'm looking at the messages that I sent, because like I said, I think I blocked them on everything. But then when I looked at the one device they got to, I'm looking at my messages telling this man, I call him Mr. Krabs. I tell him, you always crying about some money. Leave me alone, Mr. Krabs. Why is this man talking to me? I'm to the point where I do stuff to purposefully, like, slick make them never want to talk to me again. But they feel like I just have an attitude and give her 3 to 7 months and they can spin the blocker and everything will be okay. And it's just like every time things don't go right, like that's my own buildup of why I don't want to date. Like I realize I don't even have to look at anybody else's relationship except the ones that I've been in. And I don't even like saying relationships because it's just like that was nothing serious. Just like I said, the people that I see where this could go. We're dating to see where things could go. And like I said, I be seeing immediately. This is not going not for me. Not for me. Because it's just like, okay, boom. Put it like this. Like I said, seeing these people since, oh, dang, I do be around some of their family. Okay, so I don't know, because I was about to say, I don't be around their family enough. Okay, put it like that. For somebody that's serious, you like, I don't be bringing them around my folks either, though. But that's not true. I be trying. Like I've always given somebody like a holiday to come around. Like this is your time. This is your time to shine. And it didn't even have to be a holiday. Like I remember, I was about to say, it's just an event that my parents used to always throw parties, like, because we have a beach house, so it was like every Memorial Day or 4th of July, Flag Day. Mom gonna throw a little party. Okay. So I would just invite people like, hey, come to the beach house, we having a party, like male, female, like you could just be someone that, like I said, I'm seeing, like it just really didn't matter. So it's like my parents have known that I have, but again, it has never been anything that has been serious. And even the person that proposed to me, I was very disrespected because I'm just like, hold on, y'all. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Because I told y'all, I'm horizontal and vertical. They've been muted the whole time. They've been muted this whole time. Jesus. Jesus. It's always something. Good thing we got a vertical and a horizontal going on at this time, but horizontal is my favorite. I can't believe they've been muted this whole time. Good thing I really ain't getting to what I'm trying to say or what I want to get to the meat of the story. Glad we haven't gotten into the assistive intelligence yet, because I'm just like, that just slick blew me, realizing like, hold on. My microphone button is gray over there. It should be showing all these colors that it's showing right now, and it has not been doing that. But in the chit chat and bringing y'all back and up to date, and I had a spinner blocker or two trying to get into my energy. And I'm at the point of figuring out what I'm going to do about this. Because I don't even want to say, because I was about to say, it's not like I wasn't going out in my 20s. Because I don't go out as much as I used to go out in my 20s. But also, in Duval County, they shooting up everything. Okay? Every time, like, you find a club that you like, somebody didn't, like, bro. I'm not trying to risk my life just to have, no. So, I spend a lot more time inside now than I did. But I was actively dating and trying to, climb a social ladder. I mean, the corporate ladder. I'm about to say, what the hell am I trying to say? The corporate ladder. I'm about to say it's one of them ladders. Not social ladder, because I ain't have to climb that. That's why I was like, that's not what I'm trying to say. But yeah, climb the corporate ladder. I tried to do that. That just wasn't my speed. I tried to get someone's son, a couple people's son, the time of day at some point in time in my 30 years. That just hasn't worked out well. So, with my spinner blockers, it's making me realize that so I'm like, since 2018 to the present, so however many years in 2 months, no one has been willing to be committed and in a 1-person, or I guess a 2-person relationship, no more than that. Not even a baby mama can't come around. Sorry. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out, like, and not dating new people. I have tried. It hasn't even gone anywhere. Like, I have literally gone out on dates with new guys, and it's just like, the majority of the time they have kids. So that is something that doesn't work for me. Like I said, I did meet an attorney one time. His life was too busy for me. Quite literally. Quite literally. His life was just, I don't even know if it was too busy or he was just having his options. I don't know what it was. But that didn't work out. Because here I am coming up on another single Valentine's Day. But there are at least 2 people's sons that think, okay, I'm not going to say 2. I'm going to say it's at least 1 for sure, that would think that something is going to happen in the future. Because I'm like, how do I say this? Because it's essentially about the access. It's not about me. It's not about being committed. It's not about being in love. It's not about starting a family. It's not about till death do we part. Because, again, my end result is what I want to be marriage, okay? It's not that. It's literally access. It's literally just is she still single? Because yes, I am. But it's really not anything that is what I would want for my future. That's just the best way that I could put it. Now, I did do some peeping because, like I said, my favorite of the two that are still alive, I did. Dang, if I say what I saw, that's going to give it away who it is. He shouldn't be watching this anyway, which he probably is, okay? I told y'all, that's why I be turning the comments off, because I'm like, dang, I feel like y'all my exes that's mad at me, because I ain't never do nothing to y'all. But like I said, I be dog walking my exes like the dogs that they are. Like I said, I told that, stop talking to me, Mr. Krabs. Like, you don't never want to give me no money. Stop contacting me. That man still me owe me my birthday money. I ain't forget. I told him, bro, I will tell y'all, he's the one that, when I made that post, I think I like it better when you across the country, 3,000 miles away. Yeah, him. That's Mr. Spinnerblock. He's back. The one that threw that cup at me, that assaulted me. Now, he did spin the block and apologize. I will say that. That's how it all started. But this loony is also crazy. And that's how I knew that nothing's going to come out of this. Because the first message was, I forgive you. Me? You assaulted me. I didn't do anything. I literally didn't. Like I said, my mouth. The issue was, I asked for some money. I don't know how asking for money turned to assault. Again, this is Mr. Ball and Chill. So I asked for some money. And I don't even know, because I'm like, I know if he didn't give it to me, but I really didn't say anything. Only thing I said was, hey, you know, out of everybody that you quit, I'm the most expensive. I was so serious about what bitch, out of all them hoes you fuck with, do you know I want all your money? Run them pockets. I don't give a fuck about your baby mama or her baby. I didn't mean to say it like that. See what I'm saying? This is why you don't need to put me in this predicament. Because I shouldn't have to feel this way. But I didn't tell you I had that baby. Okay. But he made a post. Because I was just snooping. Because I'm like, this man contacted me. So I'm like, let me see what's going on in your life. Okay? Let me check that. Let me check what I need to check. So I'm going to check in. And I saw a post that said, basically about, like, I got to clean up my act because I don't want my child to act like me. I said, okay. Like that? Because, nigga, something wrong with you. I was like, I told him, I hope somebody dog walked your daughter the way you did me. I swear to God, I won't. I swear. And the part that I didn't tell him is I hope it's one of my cousins. I hope. See, he shouldn't have did that to me. He shouldn't have treated me the way he treated me. Because when I tell you the way I dog walk a man, the way I know my cousins can get a bitch pregnant and leave her high and dry and move on to the next one. That's why I said I didn't pray for it. I don't sit there and pray and ask God that something happened like this. But if it happens, I wouldn't be mad. And I hate, that's why I said, this how stuff people become back on people's lineages. This right here. Right? This energy right here. Because if you're not feeling it from me, I need you to feel it from something that you feel it from then. She got to get her. And I hate saying it like that. Because that's why I'm like, why would this man think that he could come back to me? Because at this point, I feel like he's trying to off me or something. That's also why I'm telling y'all. I don't know. Because my mouth. I wouldn't. Not that I would ever do anything to his child. the unfortunate part is I don't like niggas with kids because I'm slick jealous that it's not mine. So if I was ever around his child, I would treat that child just like it would mine. We'll be TikToking, rocking, don't stop him. ABC's 1, 2, 3s. I watch Clifford the Big Red Dog with my dog. We watching Elmo. We going shopping. We're whatever we need to do. We at the arcade. Outside, because I love outside time, and I love that my dog is becoming an outside dog, because she was not with the dirt at one point, but it's just like, girl, you really just like gotta understand, like, sitting outside and sunbathing, especially under these Florida palm trees, is the life. Now she's an outside dog. Now she be like, hey, I don't even want to come in, or she be like, let me out the door. So it's just like, again, never doing harm to this child, but it's just not something that I want to deal with. Like, especially knowing that I had you before you had a baby, and then you went off and had a baby after I couldn't have a baby. And that's the part that's really just like crushing to me. Like, all of this happens like as I'm going through my surgeries and losing my, tubes and ovaries and my fucking life. That's another thing too. That's why I'm like, out of the 3.5 people that I've dated since 2017, the one that died is the only one that was in a hospital with me when I was losing my life. So that's why I was just like, when it comes to these men, I understand opt out, because someone else was also just like, we're not opting into dating because we can look at y'all's marriages and see how horrible marriage is. Because women just be talking about how they just basically become either a hole or a maid for their man. Like, basically all he's trying to do is either be in your hole and or make you clean up after him. It's not really. And especially when they be talking about when they be at a stay-at-home mom and then they get divorced. And like, one girl was just like, she's like, I'm 37 and I'm getting divorced. And she ain't never worked. She went straight from being a teenage, how people be together from like 18, high school, whatever the case, but now they're going through divorce. And he's trying to get with a little young thing. And she's like, I have no money. And it's just like, and like she said, I want my mama. She's like, I'm looking at her like, girl, you are the mama. And that's why I'm not the mama, because I know I don't have it all figured out. Okay? And that's why part of the reason why I said I'm glad that I had my little midlife crisis and realizing now I realize, like, you're a middle-aged woman at this point, apparently. So you gotta figure it out for yourself, because no one ain't put on their cape to save you. And the one person that did, you rejected his cape. Am I? Because I'm like, am I okay with the decision that I made to reject the proposal? At the end of the day, yes. Yes, I am. Because I couldn't deal with Father Abraham and all his many sons. Okay, that'd be the whole thing. It'd be the kids. Like, oh, he got his own story time too. Like I said, Terry got a good little amount of story times on there. Y'all can watch the story time of what is it? The pimp that was a booster that had a secret baby on the way, and everything else that I had to deal with. Oh yeah, because he was a pimp. That was another thing too. Like, as he was trying to move me in his house, somebody was moving out. I didn't realize that at the time, because I ain't never been around nothing like that. So when I look back on it, I'm like, bro, the last bitch was moving out as he was trying to move me in. And then what if that's a vicious cycle happen all over again? And this is why, like they say, as a woman, at the end of the day, you have to have your own. Because it's not love that these men are looking for, it's compliance. That's what I've come to realize. And that's probably why I'm hard to deal with, because even in a job, I'm so non-compliant. It's not funny, but it's my truth. Like I said, even with that job that was telling me no details given, like I said, I really just can't get jiggy with that, because like I said, thought I was giving everything that needed to be given. But apparently it's okay to reject me. So it's 111. Say a prayer, make a wish. Because also, I love How we still waiting. As I said, now we waiting on the payment. Now we're waiting on the payment. We'll see. We'll see what happens with the payment. Because y'all might be it's 111 and we still waiting. But now let's pull up my assistive intelligence of this whole opting out of dating in 2026. And I did tell my assistive intelligence that women are opting out of dating in 2026. And like I said, what I'm realizing is that men don't want love, they want compliance. And like I said, even with the 3.5 guys that I've dated, I do think me not being compliant, like everybody always have issues. Like I gotta do everything. Now that I think about it, it don't even have to be the people that I date. My parents had that same notion too. Like everybody feels like I have to do what they want me to do with my life. And it's just like, y'all do understand this is my life, right? I don't have to do what you say. Like in like because I gotta think. I'm really trying to think of an example of where it's just like, because the only thing that I can think about, like one time is just like I said, because even my parents had this notion, but like one time I was washing grits and I got questioned about why I was washing grits, and it's just like, because I want to wash grits, like, and it's like, well, that's not how you wash grits. And I was thinking, how you gonna tell me how I wash grits? Like that was literally the statement. That's not how you wash grits. The whole time I'm thinking, no, that's not how you wash grits. But I'm again, these are my parents. That's why I'm just like, I know. Like I told my mom, like I'm not married because I'm a man's worst nightmare. I really like I don't. I just don't know how y'all deal. It just be the little. It just be the little. It's always the little things for me. Like I remember one time I was at a dude's house and then I had to use the bathroom, and he used the bathroom before me, and he took a shower and everything, just left the clothes everywhere. So by the time I went to the bathroom, I had to move them hoes out the way. And he gonna question me, where are my clothes at? Oh, bitch, you ain't even look, cause it ain't like I took them out the fucking bathroom. But he dead and gone at this point, so that was that. But yeah, it was just like, bro, I don't know if I could, cause personally, as the wife, I'm like, okay, that's what it is. As the wife, I'm all for, you keep your house clean. But I don't think you should have to clean up after your husband. I think that's weird. Like how men will see like the trash can is like right here, but they'll leave the trash right next to it instead of putting it inside the trash can. Stuff like that is weird to me. Cause you want me to argue with you now. Cause who the fuck was finna put it in the trash can? That's what I be trying to figure out. And then this is how my relationships like, cause I'm not passive. I'm all aggression. That's why I either say nothing, or if I say something, I'm hurting somebody's feelings. And when I say nothing, people know I feel some type of way. And when I say something, people know I feel some type of way. So either way, I'm going to feel some type of way, which is why I just go ahead and say something. So at least when I feel some type of way, I know that I addressed it and not I'm holding in what I could have addressed with you. And I don't want to have to spend every day trying to figure out what in the hell is not going on in my husband's head about basic fucking hygiene. You know? That's it. That be a large reason of the women's issues too, now that I think about it. Like they said, they have to work 40 hours too and clean up after themselves, their kids, and their husband. You're right. That's a fucking lot. It's a lot. That, because I know I be looked at every day like, oh, whoa. Whoa, I don't know about that. Because again, it's one thing to clean up after yourself, but have to constantly clean up after your entire family. Because even my kids gonna have to clean up after themselves. Clean up. If I make my dog clean up after herself, if I'm picking it up, your paw's picking it up too. Come on, do. Pick this up. Do. We walk into the trash can. You gonna learn not to do this if you don't want to. Cause what? I don't want to have to clean up after myself, let alone anyone else. Like I said, this is why I am not the wife. This is why I'm not the mother. This is why I understand the opt out of 2026 where it's just like focus on you. Don't focus on dating. Focus literally on looking your best, being your best, and getting the best. The money. Because it's just like, do you really need a man if you have the money? And I think that's what society really feared about women getting their own anything, whether it's a bank account, whether it's a job. Mind you, I haven't secured the finances yet, but there are women that have. Because you see what I'm saying? How even dealing with a photo booth, people contact me all the time about the photo booth. As soon as we get to the money, crickets. But you thought I was coming for free? How? 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 Because I mean, the communication just be like, do that payment, and it just starts flatlining, and it's just like, this is why I told you 2 messages ago what the price was. If they book, they book. If they don't, we move on with life. Okay? So like I said, focusing on being the best, getting the best and all, and everything. So then my sense of intelligence tells me that, I'm not wrong and I'm not crazy for clocking this. I don't know where they got clocking from. I don't know what black woman it, because I don't talk to it like that. I don't talk to my sense of intelligence like that. So yeah. You must know I'm a black woman. But I'm like, I think my sense of intelligence think it's a millennial. I think that bitch think it's me. Now that I think about it, like, is it trying to be me or is it trying to be a black millennial? Huh. All right. So boom. It says a lot of women are arriving at the same conclusion at the same time, which is why opting out isn't bitterness. It is discernment. Here's the uncomfortable truth many women are realizing in 2026. Men don't actually want love. They want access, ease, and authority. Love requires reciprocity. Compliance requires submission. And those are very different asks. So what I'm noticing is that a lot of men think that feminine is agreeable. Peace means peace. And like somebody said, why are you seeking for peace outside of yourself or God or something else? Like, the one thing I can say about Mr. Spin the Blocker, he has really taught me that he's not going to be there for me. And that's what I'm saying. Like, the men have really shown me, like, they don't want to provide, they don't want to protect, they don't want to be there. Like I said, I think I like it better when he's across the fucking country 3,000 miles away. Like, this is Mr. Distance makes the heart grow fonder and all this other kind of stuff, like, that I get to a certain extent, but then I also don't. Because if you watch, what's the Belleries? Beauty and Black. I get very Charles Bellery when he's with Varney. Like one moment I definitely want to be committed, but then like on the other hand, like I can't talk to nobody else and I really got to be serious. Like just think about it. And I think that's why I don't like dating dudes with kids, because then I have to be serious, because it's like you have a kid. So I can't just be in and out of the equation when you piss me off, because especially when it comes to a kid life, you can't bunny hop in and out of a kid's life. But when it's a dude that's doing you wrong, you can do what you want to do. But then when they bring this kid in there, you can't pitter patter with their heart. And now I see why the mamas don't be bringing just anybody around a child. Because, yeah, I definitely remember dudes' mama. My stepdaddy since I was grade 6. Now that I think about it. Because I'm like, my mom got legally divorced, when I was in 2nd grade. Okay, so from 2nd grade to 5th grade, she would have dated. Because, yeah, by the time I got to middle school, my stepdaddy was in the picture. And, yeah, I still got a stepdad. That's still her husband. So, yeah, simple as that. But, yeah, going back to this, men also think that low maintenance means low standards. Love me for who I am means don't ask them to grow, because that's another thing too. Like, they're gonna dog walk you. Like, that's that man dog walking me. Don't and I can't say nothing about it. I do. But to him, I'm not supposed to. But because I'm God's daughter, God's dog, God's disciple, you don't get to tell me what God want me to tell you. And God want me to tell you he don't like what you're doing to me. Because in my cerebral utopia that God has given me, things work out perfectly between the two of us. I don't know what he was running away from the get-go, besides the fact that I don't play. Okay? Okay, but then in dating, I don't be taking him seriously. I don't. I don't even be going out on dates enough to be taking nobody seriously. I be going out on dates like once a month. So again, yeah, I don't 12 dates a year out of the 365 days out of a year. Not taking nobody seriously. Like, again, just seeing where things can go. And seeing it ain't going nowhere. Simple as that. So yeah. And it says, so when a woman has boundaries, opinions, spiritual discernment, emotional literacy, a future she's building, it get frames as too much, as combative, or hard to love. And I am labeled all of those things in love, in life, and whatever the case may be. And I also had to realize that, because I said that on Facebook today. I made a post and I said, there was a post that I reposted, and I reposted it with the caption that, as an abstract thinker, I have no choice but to make this right here work. Because I also realized I feel like age doubt is still a thing within the workplace. Because I remember when I was growing up, people used to ask you for like your date of birth so they could like automatically be like, you too old. Don't even worry about coming here. And then at some turning point in time, it was like, stop asking people for their date of birth because that's discrimination. Everybody should be hired. And now I'm realizing we're right back at that same point. It's like, so something was changed. Not even changed. It was just like, switch to something new, because now it's just like a covert ageism. Like, we're not asking for your age, but like I said, I'm in a job interview and I'm telling them that I have 15 years of experience, which means I have to be, even though I don't look it, up there in age, because I'm not 15 years old. So I'm like, even if you add 15 to 15, I'm at least 30 years old. So it's just like, I know that people at Target specifically have said that ageism is a thing. Like, if you are over a certain age, Target is not hiring you. Do I feel like people have an okay to say that in their business? Absolutely. Which is why I feel like the job should be more honest about what they're looking for and literally just start posting ads. Because y'all know I even have a homegirl that owns a selfie showroom. Make sure y'all visit www.selfieshowroom.com. Book your tickets now, okay? She owns a whole selfie showroom. If she was to make an ad saying that she wants females age 18 to 30, bonus points if you black, child, I don't even think she care about anything like that. But I'm just saying, if she says she's looking for women to, but then again, even like Beyonce hired an all-female band at one point. Some people do an all-female staff, an all-black staff. Like, I don't think the child, you go to the Mexican restaurants, it's all Mexicans. The Japanese in the sushi restaurants rarely are outsourcing to white or black people. Everybody that's on hibachi grills Asian. Everybody that's serving you slick Asian. You might have a white host, but most of the time it's the owner or the owner's wife. Because most of the time the owner be making the sushi or something like that. But it's just like, I don't think there's anything wrong with the jobs being honest. Because like I said, now that I realize it's not an open position being filled, it's a checkbox. It's okay. Just like even for when I'm looking for a husband. No kids. Do you meet that checkbox? Are you, I be having to think about how old I am. Are you 33 to 35 years old? Yeah, because that means you was born in, I'll be 35 next year. Were you born in 90 to 92? Because I was born in 92. Need you to be born right about there. 89 is a strong, 88 to 89, strong maybe. 87, okay, no. Girl, child, because it's like my aunties and stuff was born in. No. No. Do you make X amount of dollars? Looking for that as a checkbox. Do you do drugs? Yes or no? Check this box. Because I don't like dealing with drugs. I don't like dealing with no man that do drugs. Do you drink? How much? Is it socially? Or do you drink every morning and every night? And your livers might fail at any given point in my life. Because I need to know. I need to know. Yeah. Yeah, cause I need to know. I need to know. I need to know your mama name, your daddy name, your social, your address, your date of birth, your whole life story. Okay, and people be feeling like, why should I have to tell you that? You don't deserve all of that. And that's how I know dating be fishy, because it's just like, oh, we're not going anywhere with this. As soon as that man be scared to tell your middle name, what, you finna look me up? Well, what's going on that you scared to be looked up? Because I ain't got no problem telling you who I am. Look, that's why I'm just like, what? I'm just thinking about the fact that I was so foolish at one point in time. I opened up an account just to give a dude another card so he could share my damn money with me. This part of the reason why I'm and bitch, I was working at the YMCA, so it ain't like I was making more than minimum wage. But I thought I was doing something, child. Jesus. Trauma. That is the relationship that sent me right back to Yep, that's the relationship that sent me back. That sent me back. That said, girl, you need to sit down because you ain't got this right. You ain't got this right. You ain't got this right. You knew when that man scammed you, you knew when that man stole your wallet. After you moved out of your mama house to help him because he got kicked out of his mama house. Trauma. That's all. I'm like, they don't want love. They want to use you for whatever they can. They're going to siphon your energy. You know, like Kaya said, you put your trust in a nigga stupid. How you figure he gonna the best friend and your sister lie to you, discrew you, and get mad when his homeboys do you. And he's a nigga, don't let him fool you. Then she came back with a whole nother song. Don't trust no. You can't trust no. Cause get dough. Kaya done already told us. Okay? So if you're the type of girl that can get it from your neck, your back, because I can't do it like that. But if you can go that far, you a bad mama jammer. Because I can't do nothing with nobody the way my emotions so tied up. It's just like, bro, I'm not even doing nothing with, like I said, the two that are still alive at this point. No. And I'm just like, imagine if I had to be tied to them, like, sexually or with the baby. I'm so glad I don't. Oh my God, I'm so glad I don't have to have those feelings. Glory to God. All right. So boom. Because like I said, yeah, even the job and in real life, I'm getting framed as too much, as combative, as hard to love. And I don't care. Because on Jocelyn Hernandez, it's going to take God to come down here and stop me. And Ballistic is a Virgo that's dealing with her. That's taming her. That's her husband. He say he be claiming her. Okay? Because Virgos, we love. Like, he claimed Jocelyn, okay? Because Jocelyn is a real deal lover girl. All Stevie had to do was not cheat on her. Even when she found out he was still messing with Mimi. Oh, for real? Because now that we know that was a whole orchestrated event, Stevie ain't had to lie to her. When Stevie knew that, but then again, Jocelyn knew that this is a contract relationship. So I don't know if she was just playing it to get the money, or if she was really falling for... She got a baby by him. She was falling for him. All right, so boom. When you're being framed as too much, as combative, as hard to love, it's not because you're unlovable, but because you're not easily managed. And that also took me back to, like I said, me trying to win this 2026 job lottery and all this other kind of stuff. It's just like, I'm not easily managed. Like, I don't like to be micromanaged. You give me a task, I see it out. That's one thing that I like about promotional modeling. Even with Hennessy, all they do, well, we do have meetings and all that other kind of stuff, but it's not like I have anyone on my shift. Like, all I do is, when I get there, y'all have been live with me when I've been to events. Subscribe so y'all can hang out with me on Saturday on Valentine's Day, with our Valentine's Day Hennessy event. So yeah, I don't have anyone there besides myself and the people that I may be working with that day, if there is another promotional model with me. But yeah, we just go in there, we set up, we send them a picture so they know what our display looks like, so they know that we're there. That's how we check in. We also check in on our dashboard. We check out on our dashboard. We submit our recap. We get paid. It's as simple as that. Like I said, we'll have trainings. Like we had our AYL training earlier this month. It's February at this point. So earlier this year, 2026. So we knew what we were looking for quarter one. We got booked up for quarter one. All that good stuff. And I don't have to worry about anything. And I get paid more promotional modeling than I did any other job. Like with promotional modeling, the least that I've ever gotten paid hourly for promotional modeling is $30 an hour. And it's like you get paid anywhere from $30 to $50 an hour with most agencies flat rate. Some of them will just have like a set day rate, like you're making $300 a day, and you're maybe working for 2, 4, 6 hours, and 6 hours is still a lot. Child, at the most you're working 4 hours. Like I said, 30 to 40 to $50 an hour. Child, sometimes, like I said, just a set rate of 1, 2, 3, 50, 250, however many $100. And so as long as you can keep up some gigs, promotional modeling definitely does pay good money. And it's just like, it's just getting gigs and finding an agency that, because the more girls that there are, the jobs are going faster. But like I said, I'm booked up for all of quarter one every weekend with Tennessee. I'm grateful. Because I knew quarter four last year, it was rocky. Like baby, y'all can go back and watch the lives. I knew how 2025 was gonna end with Hennessy. I called it live and in real time. So everything that happened in quarter four, it was like I already knew that I had to pivot because I wasn't certain that we were gonna come back on the books 2026. So the fact that we are, I'm going hard because I'm just like, it's good money in this, and it's with Hennessy. Like I love my Hennessy events because there are certain other agencies that you'll work with. Like say it's a tequila brand, but you might be at, like, let's say you at a Costco, and have y'all ever been at like Costco or like a Sam's Club or something like that where they have people give you like samples of like wine? That is promotional modeling. Because the majority of the time, the people don't work for Sam's or Costco or anything like that. That's just a promotional model that was placed in the store. Because with promotional modeling, you could be any age. And that's the good thing about promotional modeling. Like, you could, so them people, yes, that be somebody grandma, be serving you wine. Whether it's at a Costco, whether it's at, I'm trying to think like a Sam's. Where else do we do wine? Sam's. A liquor store. It might be at like an ABC. It might be at like a Shores is another local liquor store that we do a lot of samplings at. Okay, so she said, thank you so much for the information. Not the payment, but we're gonna keep on it. All right. So you're not unlovable. You're just not easily managed, and that's fine because you can manage yourself. You don't need anybody to manage you, boo. Okay? I mean, we might, but it's just like we're going to do our best because we always do our best. Nonetheless, I know that's right. So opting out of dating in 2026 isn't anti-man. It is anti-self-abandonment. Because like I said, even the woman that was saying that she's 37 and now she's going through a divorce and she has no work experience under her belt because her husband did everything. She stayed at home as a wife and she just started having kids 7 years ago because the oldest is like 7. So prior to that, she's been a stay-at-home wife until she became a stay-at-home wife and mom. So outside of those duties of managing a home, which I believe those women should put on their resume, like stop saying that you haven't worked anywhere. You've had to manage their home. She said, even though, I've had to manage the finance in the house, even if it wasn't done the best, you still had to do it. You still had to take that money and pay for the mortgage, the light, the kids' daycare, food, gas, whatever you pay for in your household. Like, whatever you pay for in your household, like, you still were doing something. You still were working. It may not have been, it was still a duty. Put it like that. It may not have been a traditional job. I don't know, because I don't know. Being a mother does sound like a traditional job to me. Because it's not like kids take care of themselves. So, because, yeah, I'm like, I was a nanny. It's not like kids take care of themselves. So if I get to be considered a nanny taking care of somebody's kids, Maybe the mamas just need to start saying there was a nanny, because at this point, like I said, I'm going to start lying to these people. Yes, I have a husband that's disabled and I need to take care of. Yes, we have 4 kids that I need to take care of. Yes, I need the highest pay that you're going to offer. Because I have the skill set, because I have the willingness to do this, and because I need this money. So whatever fluff and lie you want me to tell you so I can get that is what I will do at this point, because that's how this 2026 job world makes me feel about either being of a certain age or trying to get a job, or I don't know, because like I said, I didn't even get the whole overqualified. I didn't get the whole age. I got a whole did not give enough details as to why I was passed on for a source of income. But again, like I said, I just want all the money in the world, so I'm trying to get all the money in the world. But like I said, thank God this is my business. My photo booth business, promotional modeling, and then my entrepreneur endeavors outside of that. So, excuse me. Yeah, it's not anti-man, it's anti-self-abandonment. Yeah, I got to that because I'm just like, I feel for that woman that is at the point of her life where she's almost 40 years old and a mother of 2, and she is shaking in her boots. Because like I said, I'm not even 35. And just realizing that I am now considered the middle-aged unwed woman has me shaking in my boots that I got to take care of myself. Because what? I thought that's what y'all said the husbands were for. And then declining one and not getting another. And then the end result, man, I got to figure it out by myself. And then this is where the men get happy because they're like, ooh, she hit that wall. She's gonna come crawling to. Like I said, they spin the block on me. I didn't reach out to them niggas. If they want to act right, they can. But if not, I'm gonna cry and make this shit work out. Okay? Simple as that. I'm going to cry and make something work out. Okay? Because I'm trying not to lose my morals to get some money, because it was never that serious. But if all else fails, moving on. So I play all day. And what's wild, okay, because I'm going back to my assistive intelligence after say no anti-self-abandonment. It says, so what's wild is men say they want love, but what many of them mean is, I want a woman to make my life softer without me having to become a better person. And that's not romance. That's outsourcing emotional labor. That whole, I need someone to be my peace. You need to fight your own demons. Because I've had to let mine know that I'm KD the Demon Slayer. I literally almost lost my life in 2017. Grateful to be alive. Literally had a procedural, cut me open surgery to save my life. Literally to the point where my mom just told me the other day, she was like, yeah, you remember when you were going through it? Because we passed by the hospital that was the first part in saving my life before they transported me over to another hospital to save my life. But I was in an ambulance when they transported me. My mom told me that she could not ride in the ambulance because they did not know that I was going to make it to the next hospital. What? I'm just finding this out. So it was just like, I be feeling like 50 Cent. Like when you, Kanye West, Through the Wire, when your life literally flashes before your eyes and you still alive, do you think I give a fuck about it? Bro. Then people told not only me, but my mama almost died. Like before my mom even told me that, I will never forget being in a hospital when the lady told me, oh, you were an hour away from death. Because my biggest plight was, ma'am, I was going to wait another hour. I literally was on a 24-hour time crunch of, if I don't feel better, then I'll go to the hospital. Hour 23, I could not take it anymore. You mean to tell me if I would have waited another hour, I would have been dead? Shit. So it's like stuff like that. I never expected to happen to my life. I never, like in full honesty, I was doing promotional modeling, not in this aspect. And that's how God is good, because all of it was digital. Like I was finding brands, or not even digital. Brands were finding me locally and digitally, kind of like this. Wild Child Entertainment is a local brand. Like people would just pay me when I first started off to wear their brand in my videos, put in the description that they can shop. They paid me, like when they started out, I was making like $50 a video. I was, like I said, same job at the YMCA, where I'm splitting my little paycheck, open up account so this man can get a card to my money. But yeah, I'm working at the YMCA and I'm telling people I want to have a YouTube channel. This is back when the trend was, because I wanted to do this trend, and this when everybody was like, you'll be perfect for YouTube. It was, they were using color pencils to do their makeup. And it was just like, I was like, I could really get it on this trend, like try it, like start a YouTube channel. And everyone was just like, you are perfect for YouTube. You could do it. So where one of the members was like, start a YouTube channel, and again, I will give you some merch. You wear it, I pay you. That's what I did with that first channel, POV by KDB. And that's also part of the reason why I deleted it, because when I do stuff like that, I realize like I'm not getting paid residuals. So I put out all that for $50 per video. And it's just like people could still be shopping from that website and it's generating way more. And it wasn't even set up to a point where it's like I was getting commission from sales. Like affiliate was just like I was getting a base rate and a product and moving on from there. So that's why it's like now I be definitely trying to figure out how to make this stuff work, because that leads me back into the whole surgery when I was split open. And I was telling it out, even with my arm, and I was having I had a blood clot on my arm. That's what it was. My arm fucking blew. My face fucking blew. Like, oh my God. When I saw, like, it was crazy. So I'm telling them, like, bro, I am a promotional model. How do y'all expect me to make money? In my world, I'm thinking I'm going to one day be a Victoria's Secret angel that's wearing my lingerie rings down the runway. So I'm going to be, I had washboard abs. I'm telling you, I was a model for a website where this man, I was on a beach in a bathing suit. He said, I love your abs. I want your washboard abs to be like the model for his website. And we took some pictures and I was the model for his website. So I'm thinking like, how do you expect me to make money with a scar on my stomach, a face that's blown up like Fiona from Shrek, an arm that's blown up from Fiona from Shrek, and nobody cares. Like, nobody cares. I'm telling y'all, that's even when I applied for disability from the government. They told me, you'll be all right. You'll figure it out. We believe with your background, your experience, we know that you'll get it right. What? Just like this girl said, I was watching a YouTube short, and she was just talking about how she's making her videos now to raise money for her life because she has Crohn's disease. So she's always down. Her family has to take care of her, but money's getting tight. So now everything she can make from her content is directly linked to her parents' account. Like, she don't want no money. She just wants the family that takes care of her to be okay, because they're struggling to take care of her because she's an invisible illness adult. Because I don't like saying people who is able-bodied and who's unable-bodied, because you don't know what goes on internally, because none of us are clear to see what goes on inside. Like, you wouldn't look at me and know that I don't have tubes or ovaries. Like, the fact that I haven't had a cycle since 2019, and I realize now I have to find natural ways to detox my body and all these other kind of things. It's just like, because, you know, your body naturally sheds its uterine line. So it's just like, there are things in my life that are happening that I just did not expect. Again, I never expected to not have the option to biologically have children. I never expected not to be in a relationship with a man that's doting over me. Like, we are the Adams family, and I am Morticia Adams, and he is Gomez Adams. And we have our little Wednesday and our little, what the hell is Wednesday brother name? Uncle Faz. And why can't I think of Wednesday brother name? I don't like that I can't think of Wednesday brother name right now. But yeah, that's the kind of love and life that I thought I would have. And being that I don't is something that I really have to wrap my head around every day. Okay? So, I'm like, that literally took us back to that lady about that self-abandonment. Because like I said, I'm really like concerned for her, because like I said, I know how it feels to be at this point where it's like, oh, so I have to take care of myself. Especially, I know as a white woman, I know she is taken aback. Like, I know society told her that she would always be taken care of. Like they said, they go to a job with the notion like, I'm never gonna get fired. It's not gonna happen to me. Do y'all know I go to a job with like knowing that my black ass is let go at any given point in time? Like, especially working at will jobs. Bitch, don't wear the wrong color shirt and they don't like you. Goodbye. Like, I've never had the notion like I'm irreplaceable at a job. Now, I have had the notion that I am the hardest, I'm the hardest working employee, or one of the hardest working employees. So if they let me go, that's their loss. I for sure have gone in there with that notion. But the notion of I'm always going to be able to come in here. I have never had that luxury of dealing with that. So now that they're going through their whole 2026 tech job layoffs and whatever the case is, like I said, we all in the same boat, but this a yacht, this a cruise ship. We're gonna cruise right along, okay? Okay. So, so it says for Black millennial women especially, and it says, and I'm saying this gently because I know you're carrying layers, and it says we are socialized too. That's why I said I think my excessive intelligence think it's me, cause who is we? You a Black millennial female? Cause I don't think I told my AI you are. Like no. But yeah, it says we are socialized to be strong but silent, supportive but unseen, loyal even when disrespected. So opting out feels radical, but really it's just refusing to audition for someone else's comfort. The 2026 opt out isn't about celibacy, isolation, or bitterness. It's about choosing peace over potential, choosing solitude over submission, choosing discernment over desperation. And here's the part nobody says out loud. We love the part that's being said out loud. When women opt out, men are forced to confront whether they actually have anything to offer besides dominance. Girl, I ain't know she was finna go there. I ain't read it. I just gave my opinions. That's all. I was just like, whoa. Okay. So men are forced to confront whether they actually have something to offer besides dominance. Because I also saw a post on Facebook that was like, if men cared about their health, because I want to tell exactly, oh, dang, I don't even know if I saved it or reposted it. But it was just like, and one of the comments was basically saying like, yes, I care about men's health, men's mental health just as much as they care about it. And I'm like, I don't have anything against that. But I'm like, let me see if I could find, did I save it? Let me see. Cause y'all, I'll be up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I have just been going all morning. Like I said, I don't see the initial post, unfortunately. So it looks like I did not say. Oh, wait, is this it? Yes, here it is. Okay, so boom. No, that's not it. That's not it. But I do think this is the person that posted it because I have been seeing this name quite some time on my timeline. So give me just a moment so I can see. Oh wait, I would have made a reaction to it so I can see if there's anything on this page there's a reaction to, and I found it. Ding 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 ding. Y'all see the reaction? Wait, is it that side? Yeah, the red heart. As I said, if I scroll fast long enough, I have to find a reaction that'll tell me. All right, so this user goes on to say, if men's mental health mattered to men, they'd be creating safe spaces for themselves and each other, pursuing therapy and creating community. Instead, they perpetuate the very behavioral system that have handicapped them in the first place, refuse to support or create community amongst each other, severely damage the women in their lives who try to care for them, and attack women online for not doing the work for them in replies to all the posts on my timeline. I hope y'all got that when I said that, because I'm like, no further explanation is needed, which takes me to another post that I saw where a girl was basically saying, a male was basically saying how his female, like homegirl, female friend was telling him that she's not dating because men are not men. Men are boys, basically. And she said that she would not elaborate. And he was just like, I don't understand why she wouldn't elaborate. And it's just like, do you? Like, that's a basic thought. She said the men aren't acting like men. The men, she's not dating because they act like boys. Not even that they act like boys. She was saying that she didn't want to have to raise a man from his boyish ways to being a boy. She's like, I just don't want to be a part of that, because I'm like, I don't know if men do expect that from women or what the case may be. but there's something where it's just kind of like, yeah, well, yeah, because men do. I think men expect the compliance that their mother gives them. Now that I'm thinking out loud, that might be what it is. Because I know some dudes that will. I don't even want to say I know. I will say that when I was in college, my college boyfriend had a brother, and he gave me the disclaimer about this brother, like, if this brother try you, let me know. Because he has a habit of disrespecting women, his girl, my mama, anybody mama. Let me know if I got to handle him. Okay? So it's just like, dang. Like you said, if you speak to your mama crazy, you know he's speaking to his one. Like, he was always in trouble for beating on somebody's daughter. And it's just like, and then like I said, the one that I was in was just so fucking sweet. His mama, look, it was only two of them. So, yeah, I'm like, his mama just, I was her baby. He was the youngest. So, yeah. That was literally her baby. He was a sweetheart. But that oldest one, oh, because she had three kids. So it was one daughter, because that's where the nephews came from. And then the older brother that was beating on his girlfriends. And then the baby, which is the one that I was seeing when I was in college. I was about to say, honestly, now that would have probably been my most ideal relationship that would have ended up in marriage. Oh, nope, he cheated first. I was about to say. But he cheated first. I was about to say, but there was some cheating that came into play. I don't know if he cheated first. Now that I think about it, I had a boyfriend the whole time. I had a boyfriend back home. So when I went to college, I ended up having another boyfriend because my boyfriend didn't want to transfer schools. I'm a lover girl. So I had to get me an in-school boyfriend. And then once my roommates saw that both of my niggas was fine and have money, oh, they was hating. She can't have two niggas with money. We're telling. So then I ended up losing my boyfriend back home first. But I was determined not to lose my boyfriend that was in college. But it was like, he was kind of like hearing what was going on in the background without trying to be in my business. So I'm like, I don't know if he cheated first or if it was just because I already had a boyfriend. But I'm a single woman. So in my mind, may the best man win. That's how I think about it. Like, I'm allowed to have two boyfriends because whoever decides to marry me first is, then I'll start talking to, then I, like, it wasn't like I was, like I said, I ain't having sex with nobody, nothing like that. I just had two boyfriends. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I was good at having two boyfriends. Like I said, it was the bitches that was hating on me. Because they would have never known. Like, I'm talking about, I was so good. I'm talking about, I'm giving one shout outs on Twitter and one shout outs on Facebook. They never knew. Until, like I said, people started hanging on me and giving them clues on where to look for stuff. So now, because I was like, the men are so dumb. Like I said, yeah, I was literally like, I love you, babe, on Twitter. I love you, babe, on Facebook. But I did love the both of them. And whoever would have married me first would have worked out perfectly. But one of them, the hometown boyfriend, I knew he was never going to marry me. So that's also why I didn't care. Because he was my hometown boyfriend in college, but you could have been my hometown boyfriend in high school. And then come to find out he never was my boyfriend in high school because the girls that I was friends with were trying to pursue him. That's what I'm telling y'all. It's the niggas that I done dealt with where it's like, I'm opting out. I've done what I've done. But I feel justified in everything that I do. I do. I'm a girl. Who else gonna take care of me? Mind you, my parents did send me to school with a undisclosed amount of money. But I'm getting better at managing my finances. Well, I will say at that time, I most certainly, first of all, not because when I think about it as a growing adult in my 30s, I don't know why my parents sent me to school with an undisclosed amount of money, knowing that I had never been responsible for paying for anything a day in my life. All I knew how to pay for is the stuff that I wanted. So that's what I bought, the stuff that I wanted. Like, that's why I'm like, now if and when I have children that I am taking care of, they are going to get an undisclosed amount of money, but it's going to be an allowance. Niggas getting $2,000 a month or something. Because the fact that I just had access to it, like, my parents believed that I was financially responsible enough to take care of an undisclosed amount of money, blows my mind. Like I said, especially somebody that ain't never paid for nothing besides Forever 21 and mall snacks. I don't know where we were going with. She's going to know how to take care of herself as a 17-year-old in college. I went to college 10 days after I graduated high school. And again, I graduated high school at 17 years old. I graduated June at 17 years old. I did not turn 18 until that August fall semester. And I started school over the summer. My parents shipped me off as soon as they could. I was also trying to run away as soon as I could. Okay? Came right back to the same thing. That's why I'm just like, hey, by any means necessary, this shit gotta work out. Any means necessary. And my assistant intelligence told me that I gotta start doing more socials. She said, you need to focus on one thing. You do a lot of things. You need to focus on one thing. I said, as a multi-hyphenate creator, I have to focus on one thing. Socials. And I said, if it's one thing, it's socials. If I'm not gonna focus on doing any DIYs, if I'm not gonna focus on doing, I do get ready with me in socials, but not just let's sit down and get ready with me. No, we always got to have a social. No, I always got to give y'all, my opinion, because I'm a critically acclaimed, opinionated woman. Some people get famous from doing TikTok dances. I always want to be famous for what I had to say and what I think. Okay? Even if it had to be a Candace Owens, like, oh my gosh, she is a political renegade. Y'all see Nikki in the building now too. I'm all here for it. Y'all see my Stepford wife curls keep just doing what they want to do. Oh, dang, that ain't even the side I'm trying to get. Okay, so we definitely gonna wrap this up so I can wrap my hair back up. Because I'm like, hold on, let me get my... Y'all, so I will also say that when we tried that Dream Coat, Super Coat, whatever, child... Because I was going to call it Wild Color Technology, and that's not what it's called. But yeah, like I said, after I trim my ends, because I have not... Okay, so I did put heat on it before I put my roller on it, but I did not go through, like, individually, anything like that. But I'm like, these curls that we got just from putting it up in the roller and trimming these ends, not mad at it. Not mad at it. All right. So like they said, when women opt out, men are forced to confront whether they actually have something to offer beyond dominance, and some will evolve and some will resent it. The reaction tells you everything. And that's exactly the case, because again, the bottom line is men only want access. It's not about love, it's about access. And when you have women that are giving men the access that they so desire for whatever reason, that's when it becomes rocky, because it's just like, I can't be the only one out here withholding the coochie from the men. Like, I can't even believe y'all getting babies. I won't give them the time of day. No offense to anybody that has done that. I just can't. Not unwed, not uncommitted, unwed, not like. And my thing, like especially like, okay, just think about the girl that just got pregnant from the dude that was an inmate or something like that. She was talking about how she got pregnant going to go see him on their first inmate visit or something like that. Girl, what the hell? Hey, so boom. So then I just went on and I was just talking about okay. Because I'm like, I don't really know if this part would really no. Okay, so we're gonna skip over this part, because that I pretty much wrapped that up. That second part that I'm skipping over right here is more so something that I was feeding it personally for me, which I have pretty much summed up And I was just talking about how, like, I just don't understand why emotionally unavailable men, because like I said, it's more than one, will spin the blocker. Especially on me. Like, especially the one that I told him about the daughter. Cause it's just like, both of them have daughters, now that I think about it. I think I have told both of them that. I think I literally have told both of them, like, if you won't feel it from me, your daughter's gonna feel it. No, okay, let me be correct. I think I more so would have said it along the lines of, you better hope your daughter doesn't feel it. Because like I said, if anybody's gonna dog walk their oh God, it would just like, especially if I'm dead and gone and then I get to see it from above. It's not funny. But I'm just like, I wouldn't mind. I would not mind. I would not mind. Okay. So then, like I said all that to say all of this goes back to excess, which is why it's like I have to just decline my spin the block offers. Don't spin the block on me. Don't, like, I be thinking, like, in my mind, I'm so awesome. Of course you will want to come back. Like, you never wanted to go nowhere, okay? But I don't put you out of my life because the answer is no. So it's like, I understand you want to get back. But it's just like, sometimes I be thinking, like, that is literally just a test from God to see, like, how I'm going to handle it. So that way he knows when my husband is going to make his move, like, all right, son, she's ready. And then, like, he nudges him in there. And then he meets that checkbox. And then I'm not going to be mean. Because, like I said, I'm mean to these men because what I've been through with them, what they have done, what they have not done, all of the above. So I'm like, they don't have a clean slate with me. But there is, especially because, like I said, I've known these men since we were teenagers, dated in our adult life. For it to be nothing, you could have left me alone. Because again, anybody that know me, whether it's in real life or socially, digitally, I've been the same person my whole life. Like, I've always been a little mouthy. I've always been the unpopular opinion. I've always been expressive. I've never had an issue saying what I wanted to say. Like I said, I'm all aggressive, never passive, all aggression, never passive. Okay. So that's just what it is. Okay. All right. So we're opting out. And in opting out, I had to ask myself, I'm like, okay, so I'm a lover girl. What am I going to do if I'm not dating? How am I going to handle this if I'm not dating? So I said, as a lover girl, how do I date and maybe marry without love if that is what essentially the majority of men are offering? Because I had to ask myself, I'm like, am I the type of person that could be in an arranged marriage? An arranged marriage with someone with a clean slate? Yes. But it's not like I could be in a contractually obligated marriage with the men that I have been seeing if it will lead to marriage, because my heart's desire with that person was set on marriage. But if there was someone new that was to come in my life, like I said, even just with my whole partner coming YouTube, like, we can do a whole contractually obligated YouTube relationship, make some videos, you come see me, I come see you, do whatever we do to get this money. Like I said, a little cute little 2 to 5 year contract, however long they do it. Because I'm thinking about Cardi B and Stefan contract. Was it only if he won the Super Bowl? Because good luck. Thank you, girl. Thank you. At least you finally told him good luck with Pre or whoever the case may be. But it's just like I said, girl, go back to your husband. Because Offset, I ain't even watch Super Bowl because I missed the YouTube Super Bowl watch party and I was feeling some type of way because, again, when I'm a diabetic, and the funding and the sponsorships just did not land me there. I was like, and I forgot about the whole halftime and everything. Okay. But I saw that the Patriots did not win because I saw how Offset had on his Patriots jersey. Because it's like Cardi said, your favorite player, your favorite team. He in my DMs. Y'all know he used to be a Patriot. So he posted talking about trash. And then I'm sure he bet money on the Seahawks because he was dancing with his Seahawks jersey on, talking about he won. In the long run, he did. Because, girl, you should have been parading around with that man. Especially after the whole men that come out talking about him. Especially about the babies. The best friend that was sleeping with your man. Girl. That's why I can't be with nobody with kids. I do be thinking I'm too good to deal with stuff like that. Like she said, the ghetto always finds me. But then I had to realize, I'm like, Cardi, you literally pride yourself on being a hood rat. Of course the ghetto's gonna always find you. Y'all see, that's why I had to get back to, hey, hold on, let me get back to my, I wear headbands. I'm very soft, very prissy, very mommy and daddy have money, very suburban middle class. Because hold on. That's why I'm like, babe, you pride yourself on being a hood rat, talking about the ghetto always finds you. And that's why I said, I see what my parents was being mad. Like, girl, where did you get this, you from the ghetto from? And I'm like, because y'all from the ghetto. Just like Nunu said, my dad from the Trey. Girl, y'all act like y'all is from Grand Park and every other hood. Bouquet? Look, just because you can code switch don't mean that I don't know what's going on. In real life, okay? So, my assistive intelligence told me that as a lover girl, okay, when I'm asking, how do I date and possibly marry, okay, without love, if that is where the men are in 2026 with just wanting compliance and not really looking for love, I'm like, how do I do that as a lover girl? And as a scientist, I was testing this bitch for her answer, okay? So, my assistive intelligence did say, I'm going to say this gently, lover girl to lover girl. You don't. And that's exactly what I was looking for. Because that's the only option at this point, which is why we have to opt out. It's the only option. Not without losing yourself. Because that's the truth. If I go into, even let's say I let Mr. Spinnerbucker come back and I turn off all my feelings, that's going to turn me back into the stone cold hearted person people thought that I was in my teen years. Because I was really dog walking them then. So I'm like, my nickname was Stony. Dude called me Stony because he told me my heart is stone cold, baby. I was old Marion, got this ice fuck sweat my heart you stub. Girl, after my first little boyfriend had me on a 3-way trying to figure out, baby, do you want him? Do you want her or me? I have been so because my first boyfriend, I really thought would have been the one that I was going to marry. Because, again, I've known everybody that I've talked to since my childhood, you know. I even said 10 years, but like childhood, like I said, my stepdad had been in my life just as long as the dudes that like middle school. Met them dudes when I was 10 years old. Okay? 10 years old. My first boyfriend, 10 years old, he was my friend in middle school's godbrother. He wanted to be my boyfriend then. My mama told me I can't have a boyfriend until I'm 16. He said, I'll wait. And did. That was my first boy. I mean, he was older than me to the point where I had a car before I had a car. No, is that how it went? Because I'm like, okay. I had my car before my birthday, I think. I got a car for my sweet 16. I think I had my license at 16, though. I'm thinking. No. I don't know. Because I graduated at 17. So I would have been, I'm like, did I drive my junior year? No. I don't remember parking in the junior parking lot. I don't think I was driving my junior year. I think I had a car, but I probably did not have my license. Because I probably just took driver's ed at 16. I think I took driver's ed at 15, though. Okay, maybe I was still 16 and just hadn't got my license yet. But whatever the case was, I had my car. Oh, or I think I did have a permit because I could only drive with somebody that had a license. And my boyfriend at the time had a license. So my mom used to let him drive my car. Like he would his parents would like drop him off at my house, and then my mama would like let us go out and like go on our little 16-year-old dates. And I was 15. Was I 15? Okay, I had to have been 16. Because I couldn't have a boyfriend until I was 16. Although there was one person that my mama did let me date at 15 because we went to the same school. And he's going to be on a My Funny Valentine story. Because I'm thinking his Valentine story is going to be... Because I don't know. Because I think I want to do my funny Valentine story about my first boyfriend, where all the funny Valentines started with him. Because like I said, that's the one that I thought that I would have married if anybody. Because we had a whole plan. Like this was 16 and pregnant was out because we were 16. I was 16 and pregnant. But the goal was to be eventually married and pregnant. Like it was like, because he was a year ahead of me. So it was like he was going to go to whatever military branch or whatever he was gonna do, didn't get in, and that's what really ruined everything for our whole little plan. Because like, bro, now you ain't got no money to do what we planned. You said you was gonna go here and do this, so that way when I graduate, I'll be set up to the point where I'm just rolling into my traditional. See, I set myself up to be a traditional trad wife. I did at 15, 16 years old. I really did, and that's why I look at that 37-year-old woman like, that could have been me. I'm having to figure it out now, which is a little bit better than having to be 40. Like, at least I realized this when I was like 20, like late 20s, mid to late 20s. So, like, I'm in my like early to mid 30s now because I'm not even 35, but I will be 34 this year. So, it's just like, again, I thought that's what it would be. I thought it would just be married, children. I'm living the rest of my life like this until this man die. Locked in, no switching up. Okay, that just did not go like that. So it's just been a series of trying to have someone fit into my little checkbox of a little husband. Like, shoot, no kids, he love me, he gonna take care of me, or at least take care of the big things. Like, that's really all I need. Like, because I'm like, don't depend on me for the mortgage. I'm just like Like, it's got to be some like he is taking care of the big things, and I'm putting some money away just in case anything happened. Like I can swoop in and like keep the family afloat. Well, okay, my wife got 60 bands saved up, so if anything happened, we good. Again, I also thought I was going to be somebody that was the breadwinner, so. But then again, yeah, I grew up on Camora, so I thought I was going to have empires from here to Milan. Swear to God. I'm talking penthouses in my local city, Miami, Chicago, New York, California, whatever the case may be. I thought by now, y'all be watching me from my $1 billion empire, and I would be having my feet up on my desk telling y'all that I'm going to retire at any moment. That's what I thought life was going to be for me. Because I was... Excuse me. Because I was expected to live a trad wife life, and some way it was just going to work out that I was a millionaire. Oh no, we probably would have been a family channel. I don't know, because I'm like, what would I have been doing besides being a wife? Because I'm really thinking, I'm like, what did I plan on doing besides being a stay-at-home mom? I don't know. Because I am very, like I said, we would have been, okay, that's what it would have been. We really would have been opening businesses. It would have been, we have business accounts, because there would have been two of us. It would have been two of us. So I would have been building with money that my husband's investing into me. That would have been the number one investor. That's the number one investor that we're looking for. I've seen it happen with a husband be the best investor. They ain't even got to be a husband, child. I've seen where DC Young Fly invested in the Jackie's lip gloss business. When she wasn't doing wilding out no more, he told her, here's $100,000. Start your business. Start your business. J Nova Collection. And that's why I'm really shocked that he doesn't have Nova running J Nova Collections. Like, they sold the last of her inventory and that was it. And that's why I be looking at him a little side-eye, because I'm like, you had her start a business. Also, to stay off his case, because she had so much time to be worried, to be laid up under him about what he was doing. He didn't want that. Like she said, they was gonna live off his sister couch until she got pregnant. If she would have never got pregnant, yeah, he would have never changed up his ways or anything like that. Like she said, they were living off his sister's couch up until she like told him, like, DC, I'm pregnant. Like, now we really have to like make executive decisions because we're expanding in life. So yeah, that's why I'm like, child, oh yeah, I definitely would have been doing the mommy stuff. Oh, because I would have been a stay-at-home mom. So I probably would have opened up like a little school. Because, yeah, I wouldn't want my kid. I still don't want my kids to go to traditional school. Like, especially because I have parents that are principals. I feel like y'all should be teaching y'all grandbaby. Why they got to go to school? Especially they need to go ahead and retire. So, yeah, I would expect them when I was a parent to teach their grandkids. But if not, it's just like, I'll do it. I'm hey, because I learned a lot in school, but like, I don't feel like I learned the stuff that I should have learned. Like I said, we had a class that was called life studies or something like that, and the lady was trying to teach us about taxes and bills expenses and all of that. We did not want to hear that at 16 years old. So we made sure that we cried to our parents, because we already had enough schoolwork that we didn't want to have to deal with life studies as kids. That class didn't even last a whole semester. Well, I mean, we finished it the semester, but after that, they were like shuffling around to the next elective, because it was just like, well, we're taking this class away because we're getting too much negative feedback from the parents about life studies, which we really need. Because when I be looking at these parents that be taking their kids to the grocery store, I love seeing the one dad. He has like chips that he'll give his kid, like little bingo chips, something like that, like, you know, just little chips, not like chips, but like bingo, poker chips, whatever the case may be, like playing chips, okay? And he'll give the baby like $10, and the baby going to grocery store. So like, I want to be the type of parent that's like, I'm going to cover the necessities, but if you want extra, I want you to know, like, all right, you done got your allowance. Like, I'm holding on to your allowance, because when they gave me my allowance, I spent it. Like, I was a kid. They were like, money burn a hole in your pocket, baby. I'm in the store. I done got $10. I done already spent $7. We going to the next store. I'm spending my last $3. We going to the next store. I don't have no money, and now you're spending your money. I don't want that to happen to my kids, because that's how I just really thought. I did not have a concept of money, because there was an abundance. I won't even say there was an abundance of money, but it was just kind of like, there was enough money to, there wasn't a worry or anything like that. Simple as that. But even in the Bible, where it's just like, give your kid a better life than you had, I believe that does also include financial literacy. Like I said, my parents gave me an undisclosed amount of money when I went to college, and I spent that money on what I knew to spend that money on, which is my wants, not my needs, not my college classes. Because when I think about the fact that I don't have a degree because college is expensive, I think about the fact that I was also in college on scholarships, and what was left over for me to pay, I would have been able to pay had I allocated the money that my parents gave me correctly, not spending it on myself and all 6 to 10 of my homegirl roommates that, you know, I done met here in college, and then gained these new friends and this new life and all this other kind of stuff. Because I'm just like, yes, college is expensive. No, you did not want to have to take out loans and be indebted, especially in this predicament of life where it's just like, the jobs, the income, the money is funny. And I wouldn't want to have been indebted to a university all this time. Like, yeah, spending all that money on a degree, in my field, I would have made it back. But the only thing is, I just did not agree with being in my field of pharmacy because I don't want to be with Big Farm. I'm not a drug pusher. I'm an herbalist. So I really didn't know in the 2010s how to. And then at this point, I always have to say, like, well, I didn't know. Um, the truth is, I wouldn't have been supported in any pivot during that time. That's the God's honest truth. It was just like, because there was a whole tug of war prior to about what I was going to do with my life before it was just like, oh, well, now you're going to go into the 6-year pharmacy program. Because, like I said, I was thinking that I was going to be in marketing and ad sales. Like, I really thought that I was going to be an advertisement executive, which is literally, like I said, even just people giving me stuff, telling me to wear it and promote it on my YouTube videos. I love marketing. Like, I've been called a walking billboard since I was 10 years old. So it just made sense. And I love entertainment. I've always been in TV production. So that's why I'm like, this right here literally has to make dollars and cents. Okay? Okay. All right. So, boom. Getting back into, like I said, being a lover girl, dating with no love is not the answer, which is why we have to opt out. Because a lover girl cannot date or marry without love and stay whole. What can happen, and what you're actually saying is, how do I protect my lover heart in a world where love is often withheld, delayed, or replaced with access or convenience? That's the real question. Here's the reframe that saves you. As a lover girl, you don't lead with love anymore. You lead with discernment. Love is still your destination. It just can't be your entry point. Because when love is given too early, it gets harvested by people who never intended to grow it. The mistake lover girls were taught. We were taught that love proves seriousness, patience proves virtue, understanding proves maturity. But in practice, that made us easier to enter, not easy to cherish. What changes without killing your softness is you don't become cold, you become selective with your access. So we have to think about this in stages. So basically, this is also how I got to the point of one red flag and you're gone. Why am I gonna wait for 3, 4, 5, 6? Why am I gonna paint it pink knowing that it's red? It's just like one say something I don't like. Make one joke that you think is okay. Especially when it's a joke at your expense. Oh my God. Those are the worst. Because what's so funny about making a joke about me? I never understood that. Because when I'm talking about you, I'm talking about you. I'm looking for the worst things about you. This is not a joke. Like, because when I'm calling you a big back bobblehead, I meant that. Meant that. So, according to my assistive intelligence, you have to think of it in stages. The stage 1 is curiosity, where it's the conversation, it's shared values, it's emotional regulation, it's consistency. No fantasy, no future projections. Stage 2 is alignment, with clarity about intentions, emotional availability, follow through, willingness to be known, and still not overgiving or overdoing. And then stage 3 is the love that's earned, not imagined, where you have safety, a mutual choosing, shared vision, devotion with reciprocity. Love comes after proof, not before. Because marriage without love, that's not partnership. That's an arrangement. Which, like I said, am I the type of girl that could do an arranged marriage? Yes. Not with someone that I had intentions on being emotionally involved with, but I'm a goal-oriented individual. If the goal is like, because I'm like, literally at this point, I could even be with a gay man that's like using me as his beard. Like, I don't know. Because I'm like, is it gay or would it be like bisexual? Because I don't know. Because I'm like, Yeah. Okay, I guess he could be gay, and I would just be the beard. A lavender marriage. That's what they call it. Yeah, that's what they call it. Got on my purple shirt. I could take a lavender marriage at this point. If a gay man would come to me and say, hey, on paper, I need to be married to a woman, but this is my lover, Dominic, right here. Me and Dominic are going to be together, but you are going to be taken care of. You got a house. I'm gonna take care of what I take care of as a man, and I'm gonna take care of you and my man. Well, I'm gonna sit the fuck down and let you take care of your man and me, Pookie Poo. Well, who am I to stop you? At this point, I'm the wife that's going. You taking care of our man? Cause at this point, child, yes, I'm child, I just got a little plate or something out here if y'all hungry. I'm making a little rotel. Shoot, hopefully he's so lavender. We order out. Well, it's a chef or something, child. He's just gonna be like, if the goal is we're just going to be married, whether it's just for the tax break that I really need, especially as an entrepreneur, if it's for the health benefits. Like I said, people get married for green cards. I'm getting married for a tax break. Okay, I want to be a whole. The more that I make as a single individual, I can afford my tax bracket. I can't afford me at all. Okay, every time I want something, you're like, God dang. Why the heck did I gotta be $169? And I'm like, and I'm gonna get it next year when it goes on sale. If it's 75, it's 75. Honestly, I'm gonna get that home when the summertime coming. They clearing it out, okay? So yeah, love without marriage is not partnership. It is an arrangement, and lover girls don't thrive in arrangements unless love grows inside the structure. Devotion is mutual. Power is not one-sided. Or in my case, I know exactly what I'm going in for, and that's the mission. Like I said, that man just told me we're lovers on paper, okay? Every time I go to a work meeting, you're on my arm. Yes, yes, honey. Yes. That's all I want to do is go to the events anyway. And he wouldn't have to stick his thing in me. Oh, that. Come on, God. Come on. Right now. Otherwise, it will cost you your spirit. Because, yeah, I don't want anyone inside of me that don't give a fuck about me. That's why I don't know how y'all be letting these men be up inside y'all. Like, bro, like I said, I be telling the men, like, you want to put your thing inside of me? Just imagine a man sticking his thing inside your butt. This is a hole inside of my body that you're talking about. No, bro. Hey. And then I got endometriosis to the point where the doctor talk about it might hurt. And I asked one of my cousins that got endometriosis when she was active. It ain't like y'all know my cousin, but I'm just thinking, I'm like, how many cousins do I have endometriosis? Because I'm like, dang, that might narrow it down. She married now. She married to the man, so they 100. But yeah, one of my cousins has endometriosis, and I was asking her. I was like, does it hurt when you have sex? She was like, yes. I was like, ah. She was like, it feels like I'm losing my virginity every time, and I was just like, ah, no, every time. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. Like, bro, when the doctor told me that, I was like, it might hurt. I don't know what that's about. That's just not something that I envisioned for the procreation activity. So, yeah. So the truth that I already know is that I'm not opting out of love. I'm opting out of loving alone. Because like I said, I don't want nobody inside of me that don't care about me. Because like I've literally had dudes like let's just say okay, it was simple as this. Like one dude one time was like trying to like mac on me and all this other kind of stuff. And I was just like, yo, I don't even kiss anybody. And I'm just like, we would really have to be in a serious relationship for me to like really have to be on like PDA with you and all of the kind of stuff. And then he was like, all right, well, let's just be together. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, cool, let's be together. Only to realize this man was just trying to get in my drawers. And it was just like, ew, you don't even like me. Again, this is somebody that I've known since high school, tried talking to my adulthood. And it's just like, oh, you're manipulative. Oh, this is why I never would have worked out at high school. Because then I would have blasted you and then I would have told the whole school. But not because we're an adult. You know, there isn't really anyone to tell that something ain't right with you. Because when he whipped his thing up, baby, I ran out the door. I never saw that man again. And that's how I knew that man didn't want nothing from me. That is what I realized. When I ran out the door, and that man never contacted me again. Okay? I'm like, because I think he may have contacted me like, why are you running? What's going on? But there's a 50-50 chance that maybe that did not happen. I could be making that up because this is so long ago I don't remember. This would have been prior to 2017 now that I think about it. So this would have been like maybe like 2016, 2015. That sounds all right. Like my beach bar days, like my early 20 days. Early 20s. So yeah. So the answer isn't how do I marry without love? It's how do I stop giving love where it isn't being cultivated? And the moment you stop offering love as proof, the men who only want access fall away fast. So the moment you stop offering love as proof, I wouldn't even say that I give love as proof, because one thing about me is in my heart of hearts, I would believe that I have loved certain people. And I would believe that I've shown away because, like I said, I have been so stupid to the point where I opened an account to give a nigga a card. Bitch, that's love to me. But I have been, because even like I said, with the two dudes from 2017 to the present that be spinning the block on me, I don't think they would think that I love them. No. I don't think they do. Which is also a good thing for me, because they ain't never giving me a fuck thing to love them about. And that be my biggest thing too. I be like, girl, you tripping over a nigga that ain't never done nothing for you. Like I said, I see these people once a year. Not once a year, once a month. Which should basically be once a year. Because like I said, 12 dates out of 365 days is literally nothing. Abysmal. Nothing. And it's not like we regularly speak, because I don't know what's wrong with them. Like I said, I got one that really believes distance makes the heart grow fonder, and he just never has to speak to me, and I should always have him on my mind and have telepathy and craziness. To the point where it was just like, again, that opt-out is a great option. I like opt in to the opt-out, because I have things that I have to do. I have goals that I want to not only meet but exceed. It's like I got subscriber goals. If y'all looking at the horizontal, it is a 5,000. Like, boom, yeah, 5,000 subscriber goal over here, and I'm like, y'all, vertical, so y'all can't see it, but it's over there on the horizontal. It's like I have a 5,000 subscriber goal that I'm still trying to get to. I'm like, I still have socials, because like I said, even with me not getting to the YouTube Creator Collective event this past Super Bowl weekend, which really like hurt my heart when I was looking at all the content creators, that the content that they're putting out from being there, knowing that I was invited and I just did not have the means to get there monetarily or personally, a person, because it's like I even call my godbrother like, what you doing? Because my godbrother is a drive to ATL type godbrother, but he was like, I gotta work, and I was just like, fuck. And I have literally, like I said, I get lost in my own city, so going from one state to another without proper funding was not gonna work for me, which is why, like I said, I'm trying to secure all these bookings, all my Hennessy events, because I do have another event that I'm invited to by YouTube, which is still in the first quarter of 2026. So I'm like, as long as I can get to this event, okay? Because we have we have like roughly a month at this point to secure the funds versus that last event I had like 2 weeks to secure the funds. But I'm like, I have a little over a month to secure the funds, which is why, like I said, I'm glad that I'm booked with Hennessy. If I get this booking with the photo booth, that'll be great. Anything that I do on my entrepreneur ventures will be great. If y'all join the channel membership, that'll be great. Any donations greatly appreciated. That'll be great. Because I realized, like, I'm like, I couldn't even date anyone knowing that there is something that's like I said, a YouTube creator collective event. Knowing that I have to get there. If I was with someone, I would expect them to figure out a way for me to get there. Whether it's them having to drive, child sit in a parking lot because they ain't got no ticket. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I do not care. And I say I don't care because I'm just thinking about as being a girlfriend that if I was dating a truck driver and I have to sit in the truck with him just because he want me to ride with him from state to state, because my parents, not my parents, but my family tried to hook me up with a truck driver at one point in time, and he was coming to see me on his little stops and stuff, but then it was like we got serious. He was expecting me to travel with him. I was all for that up until I realized that he was not as transparent with some information up front. And that's not something that I want to continuously happen in my relationship. So I had to go ahead and let him go. And I was just like, it's cool. But I'm just like, yeah, like YouTube events, like I would expect someone that I am seeing to be the chauffeur and get me there. Especially because when I'm listening to Brene talk about how when she was opening up for, was it Dochi? Who did Brene open up for? Oh, and not Brene, the one that owed $1 million. Nilla All In Brene. Okay, Brene A.E., not Brene A.Y. But yeah, Brene was just talking about how her boyfriend would literally have to take her from one part of California, let's just say like Los Angeles, to Sacramento, and then back, and then somewhere else because she was opening up for someone, and it was just like like she had to be her own transportation to get there. It wasn't like she, was having rapper money to where she was getting a Sprinter and all this other kind of stuff. It was like, no, you got to use your own vehicle, your own resources, your own hair, your own makeup, your own wardrobe, your own everything to be successful, which is why she does have the success that she has now. And that's why I'm like, if I was dating someone, I would have the expectation that they would be all in like that. And a lot of the men that I date, they're already emotionally available. So that's not something that they want to do, especially regarding YouTube. It's just like making what I want to be a reality and to fruition is not the main goal for them. And it's like part of that I have to be okay with, but it's just like as a woman, like you always gotta help a man pursue his dreams. Help him. Okay, so not always, because there are some men that like, I don't know, because I'm just thinking, 'cause I'm like, I mean, everybody need a little help. As simple as that. But I'm just thinking about the women, because I'm just really more so thinking about how like women take care of the kids so men can work however long they decide to work and do other things. But I don't know if I have enough data to to finish that thought, because I'm just like, do the women really be helping the men? Like I would say they do, but I believe there are some men. I don't know, because I'm just thinking about college. And I'm just thinking like, well, hold on, because I'm like, do you know how many papers that I wrote for other people, or just other people that graduated knowing that they had some female do their homework, especially the athletes. Oh, babe, you can make a bank doing athletes' homework in college. What? Writing a paper, doing a little assignment. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, so like I said, we're not offering love as proof to the men, because I don't know, because I'm just thinking, because I'm like, I think their idea of love being proof is submission. I think their idea of love being proof is me settling down with one of these two men that have been, in my opinion, horrible. Because having a baby on me is horrible. Horrible. I'm just never going to get over that. You had a baby in your downtime. I didn't even do that as a woman. So, and then one of them decided that he was going to practice assault, which is crazy. Like I said, he apologized for it. He said he's sorry. But again, he's crazy tale self started off with, I forgive you, as if I did something to him. Because people want me to be the problem. No, I'm just thinking out loud. I'm just like, because again, all aggressive, never passive. I'm like, this is specifically the one person that I have never put my hands on. Out of the two that have been around since 2017, I haven't put my hands on either one of them. But every other relative, even the one that proposed to me, he got beat up all the time. That's why I was surprised he proposed. What? That's what he said. He said, I'll let you beat me up. What? Yeah. Yeah. He's like, how can you not think I don't love you? I'll let you beat me. Yeah, I am. Girl, I used to slap the shit out of him. What? What? Because then I just started having to check stuff. Like, once I found, okay, because I done already told the story time. I'm like, y'all can go check out the story time for the details. But it was just like, once I found the sonogram, I was checking anything. Because like I said, there was a baby that was hidden. Then I found the sonogram. So then I'm just going through stuff. And I'm just like, oh, you talking to some girl that's talking about she going to slash the tires off the white car. I'm the only one that got a white car. So what she talk about? Then, like I said, I had to remember somebody was being moved out as I was moving in, or as he was trying to move me in. I was over there all the time, but it was just like, sure, my home base is my place, okay? So until I get my place, there is no base. It's not funny, but it's just like, that's just my truth. So that's not even that's my truth, but that's more so my reality, because that was not always my reality. Because let's just say, never mind. Because I'm really just looking at this brush that I got from my Vision and Her party. I thought about brushing my hair with this, but I'm like, if it mess up anything, I'd be so mad. Because do y'all know how it just took me a moment to get my hair like right? But this, I did say I was going to use this for my when I wear clip-ins. Then that's what this little brush is going to be for, because we're going to use it. But I'm like, I don't know how it's just going to do. Feel like it'll take every little roll curl up out of this. Roll curl up out of this. I'm really debating on if I'm going to change my nails, because again, self-care is child. Because child, yeah, the man child. Okay, whatever. Boom. But yeah, I'm debating if I'm going to change my nails. I'm really still in love with the black. I was thinking about maybe trying to chrome gold or silver on top of it. But then I was thinking red for Valentine's Day. But I think my nails going to be black. Because I'm like, I would have to make a decision before Saturday, because Valentine's Day is Saturday. But then, because I even thought about re-straightening my hair, because I wasn't certain. I'm like, I got to figure out how my hair is going to cooperate, so I know what my hair is looking like for Saturday when I'm out with Hennessy, because I just might find my husband there. You never know. And that's why I'm like, my hair actually holding on to a curl and actually just, having some body to it, and I like no clip-ins. I'm thinking I might do clip-ins on Saturday, but y'all know it's Black Heritage Month, and I love my very black hair, because that girl said we gotta stop calling it Black History Month. So that's when y'all gotta follow me on Instagram to see where I reposted it onto my repost on Instagram, and she was just like, we need to stop calling it Black History Month, because Black history is something that celebrates the past. And in my mind, I'm like, we are celebrating all the Black pioneers, but we're also celebrating our today bloodline lineages as Black history, as Black excellence. And like she said, every other nationality out there, they Hispanic Heritage Month. Why are we Black History Month? She said only the Filipinos and the black, the two races, the two ethnic backgrounds that try to be pushed out, are the only two that have to celebrate History Month. So at this point, we have to be very cautious about what we're calling it and say that we are celebrating Black Heritage Month. And she even said that we should go on to say that it is Indigenous Heritage Month and stop calling us black. But when I tell you they arguing with me right now about on Instagram about it, because it's a little girl on Instagram right now that said that she was at Disney World and Moana was not black like her. And I'm in the conversation about, I'm trying to figure out who the fuck is black in the video at all, because Moana's not black. I just really don't like how people make black anything. Like I said, the first day of Black Heritage Month, somebody thanked Cardi B. But then she was just up there with Bad Bunny. And it's just like, where the fuck do y'all get this from? Y'all really sat up there, and then I had, like I said, Cardi B want to sit there and always act like, oh, the ghetto always finds me. You pride yourself on being a black ghetto hood rat. What did you think was gonna find you? I said, I don't pride myself on being that. I was just doing hood rat stuff with my friends. And now I see my mom said, what the fuck are you acting like I did not give you a very suburban upbringing for? Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You pissing me off. Acting like you acting like you know anything about the ghetto. Besides what I've told you that I've been through. It's not funny. It's not funny. But that's how I'm gonna be talking to me, because she'd be like, I didn't work hard to get all these degrees for you to act like that. But low-key, my mama said like this, so don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody, because that ain't y'all. I'm not here to tell her business. I'm here to tell my business. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I will never get over that. Cause again, like I said, they was really trying to. Well, black is for I don't know. They was telling me about Jamaicans, Haitians, Hawaiians. I'm like, I know some Jamaicans. I guarantee you, Cashley is not celebrating Black History Month. I guarantee you, Trisha, what's Petra name? Because I know two Trisha at this point. That's something I gotta distinguish between the other Trisha that's on YouTube. But Petra is not celebrating. But I know some Jamaicans in Jamaica right now. That's a Black American thing. And it's specifically for the Black Americans whose identity cannot be traced back by asking our grandma or looking at pictures. Or whatever the case may be, because somebody in the family done kept up with the documentation about who's who. My family tree literally goes back as far as my great grandma, because I don't think anybody know anybody other than my grandma's mamas. I should call my great grandmama right now. Okay, because hold on, we do know Bessie. We do know Bessie. Okay. Now, this is the thing about Bessie. They say, because hold on, I'm thinking, because I'm like, if my grandma was born, when did slavery end? Because hold on. And it's 400 years ago. That bitch ain't 400 years old. Talking about she was a slave. And that's how I just be feeling like they was lying, because I'm just like not captured from Africa. Like, if anything, she probably was already within the States. And that's why I believe in indigenous. But I'm like, because, no, my great-grandma mama is from, okay, because they from Chicago. So it's just like, I think it's Chicago, but I think it's somewhere else. But it's just like, wherever she was at, they claim she was a slave. I don't believe them. I don't. Because, like, yeah, I need to go back to 1865. And I know that was not born in 1865. Like, I like, okay, like, maybe she was like, I don't even want to say an indentured servant. I don't know. Because she had kids. And my great grandma didn't grow up. Oh, no. Oh, you can't believe shit. This why I listen. If I don't believe, okay, I wasn't there. If I wasn't there to confirm it, I don't have 100% confirmation in it. Simple as that. I don't care what a book say. I don't care what nobody say. If I can't see it to make my own, because like I said, you're sitting here telling me that my great grandmothers, because my great grandma's still alive, and that's why I said maybe I should call her and ask her who her mama is. But then I was like, oh wait, her mama would be, I think her name is Bessie. First of all, that lady name is BT, because I'm like, Bessie Coleman is not my grandma. Her name is BT. Maybe the B is for Bessie. Lord, I hate it because I'm like, that do sound like a little slave name now. Hold on. But what was her last name? What's my grandma maiden name? Because her marital name don't sound slavery at all. Hosendorf? Bitch don't sound slave at all. Hosendorf sound German. Hold on. Hosendorf. Hold on. When I type in Hosendorf, I feel like a white man finna come up. Oh, okay. Black people coming up, and her name is Betty Hosendorf, and I'm just like, she was born in 1939. She died in 2024, so she not related to me. Okay, thank God, because I'm like, please don't let that be. Hold on, because I'm like, King Hosendorf, is that my granddaddy? Oh, not my granddaddy, but my... No, that don't look like him. Okay, because it's crazy, because I'm like, it's crazy that Hosendorfs on here are black people. It just don't sound black to me. Okay, hold on. Hosendorf name origin. Because where the hell they got that from? German. I know I heard a little something. The surname Hosendorf is of German origin. Okay? Acting of toponymic name derived from the Germanic woods, Hos, which means woods or forest, and Dorf, meaning village or hamlet. So a wood village. A wood village. Maybe that's where they had the black people. I'm just like, got really surprised at the Hosendorfs. All right, so boom, here go Alexander Hosendorf. Because now I'm going to have to figure out what that lady name is. And I can't call my mom her good paying job about this. Because we need her for other things, like future sponsorships. So we're going to let her work her good paying job. I was just trying to see a picture of some Hosendorfs. Because I'm just like... Because these people look black. Hold on, because they look back and they got on furs. I'm mad I can't. Where's the picture? Every time I click it, it goes to the next thing, and it's not the picture. Can I? Okay, because I'm like, I can't. Boom. Well, let me. This is as big as I can make it. Okay. You see them with their furs on and stuff. So I'm like, even though this is a little wood house, like they said, wood village, Hosendorf, it still don't give slave. That's why I'm just, I don't know, because like I said, according to, okay, so hold on. Let me look up when was hold on. Because I gotta look up the original Juneteenth. I'm like, and what year was the original Juneteenth? Because I know everybody wasn't, free. But I'm like, let me see when that Juneteenth flag was made. Just in case. But that still say 1865. So that's why I'm just like, I I just don't know about the whole, like, I don't know, cause like I said, like how y'all know my people weren't here, or how do y'all know my people didn't migrate from an island, or how do you know when my lineage began? That's why I'm like, what if my lineage only goes back 6, 7 generations? Because God made people out the dirt. I'm spiritual. What if He just said, "Boop, new people"? Because then I have to think about the fact, like I said, I have no tubes, no ovaries, so it's just like I'm like my lineage, like my mom's lineage, stops with me. So whatever happens afterwards just happens afterwards. So you know, just had me think about like where did because I don't know. But like I said, people were really upset because this little girl was really confused on why Moana was not black, and I was just like, I why is her mother not telling her, like, and then I'm gonna show y'all. 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 Cause I'm like, here go the video right here. Here go the video right here. Okay. Okay. So boom. I'm like, oh shit, I shouldn't show the little girl because it ain't about the little girl. What it is about is when I go to the mama page, what fucking flag is this? What flag is this? Not a Juneteenth flag, not an American flag. This is a Polynesian flag. And so I'm trying to figure out why, when the little girl is saying, why isn't Moana black like me? Why her mother isn't saying, why isn't Moana's Polynesian like us, babe? We, as well as Moana, are Polynesian. The Disney character that they had was lighter than the Moana that they have in the cartoon. Like, she was given palm colored Moana, and the girl wanted melanin Moana. Okay, she wanted suntan, sun-kissed skin Moana. Okay, but I didn't understand why her mama didn't tell her, baby, we not black. We are whatever the fuck that flag is. And from what I researched, it's somewhere in the Polynesian Islands. So it's just like I just like, maybe like what culture do I have? A Black American culture, the cookout that you want to be invited to so bad. Like, stop acting like we don't have Black American culture. Stop acting like we, like I said, like there are white people that be like, oh, I know that my grandfather was German. Like they pride themselves on passing that down. My daddy was German and came over here from Ireland, and my mom saw him, and my mama's mama saw him in Ireland, and then they went to the UK, and then they came to, like, they know these things. Like I said, they trying to tell me BT was I don't know. Like I said, BT probably was working for somebody, but like she was hunching and having kids. And like I said, I don't think they was born on no plantation. Or maybe they were born on a plantation. Because I'm thinking, like, where was my grandma born? Because I really believe it was somewhere like rural, and that's how they relocated to Chicago. But girl, just because you was Little House on the Prairie don't mean that you was in slavery. Okay. Yeah, I love being black because I'm like, we done veered so far off the topic, but I love being black. That's definitely what it all boils down to. Is I love being me. I love being black. I love I love it all. I love it all. And I done yapped and held y'all hostage while I ran my mouth. Okay? So I do thank y'all for tuning into this live, because I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Oh, y'all actually voted on the poll, because I'm like, I do see. Okay, so boom, let's see the poll results before we go, because I see where we got some votes on the poll. So let me pull up the poll results before I go. Let me pull up the YouTube studio. And God bless all the new subscribers. Thank y'all so much for subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in live. All of that good stuff. Y'all know, y'all here with me in the vibes. All right, so boom. Okay. What's up? Okay, y'all. Now I done came to look at the poll, only to realize y'all been in the chat the whole time. My bad. I ain't. Oops. Why did it not show up here? Oh, I am. Oopsie. My bad, y'all. God bless everybody that was in the chat too, cause I'm like, it's good to see y'all here. My bad. Cause I'm looking at the chat like, who is this talk? It's the members. I forgot that I put y'all on members only. Hey, y'all. I'm going to do better. Because even JR is in the chat like, hello. Hello. So, yeah, shout out to everybody that's a part of the clique. We got the moderators. We got the gang. I'm like, we got every child. Y'all do it. Because now I'm reading the comments. Now that I just came to see the poll. Oopsie. I got to get better at that. I really got to get better at that. Look, life be lifing, okay? Oh, he said you had a car at 16, spoiled as fuck. I did. And then I'm trying, because y'all on the vertical. So I'm trying. Why the comments didn't show up here? Y'all are vertical. That's why I didn't know y'all were leaving comments. Because the comments are not right here, even though I'm horizontal and vertical. That's why I did not see the comments. Look, let's try this again. Hello. Nah. Because even Steph asked me, like, why can't I see the comments when I'm live? Girl, this comments play me. Ooh, because why is the chat not right here? Because when I'm in the studio, like I said, JR is like, bitch, hold on. Hello. I said hello. Okay. All right. Because y'all spent y'all money to be there. So thank y'all so much. That's why I'm just like, I cannot believe that I did not know that the chat was not showing. And y'all been chatting in live in real time about what I've been talking about. Because I'm like, even car 16 spoiled. Yeah. Like wait. Y'all been keeping up with the story. I love that for me. But I came here to give the end results for the poll. And now I know I need to keep the live chat up over here as well. Because I'm really taken aback by the fact that I've been yapping. And the comments did not show up. All right, y'all. But for the poll of are you dating in 2026? And we just had somebody else tap to the poll. So they just helped out with the chat. And it looks like, I'm like, should I go ahead and end it here? Yeah, we've been live for 2.5 hours. So let's go ahead and end it right here so we can go ahead and end this live. And that way y'all should be able to see. Now the chat want to show up. What in the... And then this is also why I put the chat on members only, because when I don't have the chat on at all, I could not give y'all a poll. And I didn't like that because I still want y'all to interact with the poll, even though I don't be wanting to hear from everybody. But like I said, if you put your little 2 cents in, I need to go through and read them comments. What? Y'all put y'all 2 cents in. But for 2026, our poll is that 50% of us are dating. Are dating in 2026. And 44% are not. So the vast majority of people are still dating. I'm scared. But I'm proud of y'all for still giving it a go. Y'all said y'all ain't letting this economy, y'all ain't letting nothing stop y'all from finding y'all love. Bring me some of that energy. Cheers to that. Because I'm just like, I'm nervous. I'm genuinely nervous. Okay, so now that I can actually read the comments now, I'm like, because I cannot believe that they did not show up. Because JR talking about bad time. I comment on your chat. My bad. Only to realize you need to come to Texas. Oh, I am going to come to Texas. And I was talking about JR, and JR been in the chat this whole time. Wow. I am so sorry, my partner in crime. I'm actually coming to... Okay. All right. So YouTube has a creator... Okay. Okay, yeah. YouTube has a creator collective event coming up for South by Southwest. I have been invited. I have been extended the invitation. As long as my funding is together, I will be there. And I do want to see all of my TikTok folks. When I say I want to see all of my, I'm talking about JR. I'm talking about, I bet to see Beeman Boy. Will better be up in there. Okay. I better see Virgo. I'm like, who else in Texas that I can think of off the top of my head? Oh, everybody. Everybody except the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Because that's why I've never been to Texas. He might have had babies or something. I don't know. I don't know. But if they made a movie about it, hey, it's enough for me to heed the warning. So I have always steered clear from Texas. But like I said, South by Southwest YouTube event is in Texas. So I plan on being there. To the point where I'm like, okay, you're gonna have to really put on your big girl draws for this and get on the plane. I don't even like being on the plane. I would have been better off on a road trip to the Super Bowl party that I did not go to. So the fact that I'm going to have to get on a plane and leave my state that I can only imagine how y'all drive in Texas. Okay, so it's definitely giving Uber. I've been talking so long, the studio light went out. So I'm like, let me put another little, hold on. Boom. I'm like, we'll put that one on for now until I clock out of this live. But I'm like, but thanks for asking how I'm doing, y'all. I'm doing very well. I'm doing much better. That's why I said I'm doing a chat for members only right now. And I'm like, we got Sea Life in a building. It's good to have Sea Life in the building, y'all. Make sure y'all tap into my moderators. Make sure y'all tap into my members, because yeah, my members definitely get a shout out, because I really need y'all to tap in with not only JR, but definitely Sea Life in the fam. Definitely, oh my God, because my girl Steph, when I'm telling you, I'm talking about King, Z, all of them. Like, I love them so much. I need them, like, even if they keep their own individual channels, I love the family content. Like I said, baby, I was expecting to be the housewife. So I love, baby, like I told y'all, I made Sea Life my homie. Like I told y'all, when I realized, I said, it's a woman. He got a woman. Like, that was the biggest thing. I'm like, he has a woman. You could tell by the way that house is a home. He has a woman. And then when I saw Steph pretty ass, I was like, oh yeah, they lit. They lit. The whole family pretty. That's what I thought I was gonna have. Like, the mama look good, the daddy looking good, the kids looking good. Like, you see them on their little thumbnails. It's like, y'all up next. Baby, y'all better brand that family content, because when I tell them, I'm like, yeah. They be doing a one. Watching how they doing their family workout, family cooking. I'm like, it's just cute. It's everything about it is just like so. I hope the wedding is virtual. I'm trying to be invited to the wedding virtually. I meant to tell Steph that, because she posted her bachelorette stuff. Girl, make sure y'all have some content from the wedding. I'm trying to see, because I'm just like, I love everything about their life, their family. Like I said, that's what I thought that I would have had for my life. But it's okay that I did, because I love that. They've been together 15 years. Like, what else? I'm like, we're not gonna get into that, because Steph had to get on him. Okay. That's all we gonna say. Steph had to get on to my boy. And that's why I'm like, boy, 15 years. I love this for y'all. 15 years. A girl could only dream. A girl could only dream. But he said, card 16, spoil the spot. Let's try this out. Life be life and life be life. But y'all are definitely in the click. So, thank y'all for that. Thank y'all for that. Thank y'all for that. I'm like, y'all in the click. Y'all. I love it. That's why the first emoji is the click. Oh, wait. I just realized. Hold on. Okay. Because I'm like, I just realized I forgot. I forgot to put the emojis for my members. Okay, because I'm like, they have their badges up, so it's like you can see the click next to them. But I'm like, I totally forgot to put the emojis. That's what I need to do. So when I get off this live, I need to put up my oh no, that's right. That boy done gifted a membership. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Hey, gifted memberships. Like I said, when I'm in Texas, I better see you, because now that I know that Will is on here gifting memberships, I hope he hear this. I'm planning on being in Texas next month. God willing, and the finances as well. I'm planning on being in Texas, and y'all need somebody to arrange a bowling night, a pool night, a shooting. Like, not, we ain't got to go to the pool, but if somebody got like a pool or something, oh, I might be at a hotel or something. So y'all might be able to come see me. We might be able to vibe at a hotel or something. We really got to figure this out, because I'm really trying to go live. I'm even trying to be in a club. What clubs popping in Texas? Y'all gonna be at the clubs, but see, I'm gonna be out of town. So I'm like, I'm gonna be trying to get down, trying to get in there. I've never been to Texas. But everybody told me like I would do well in Texas. Like, everybody's like, you need to. I think it's Dallas. I think they said I'm a Dallas girl. I don't really know about Houston. So I'm like, we're going to go with, I think they said Dallas. So wherever y'all at in Texas, I don't even know where I'm going to be at. I think I'll be in Houston. Where is South by Southwest now that I think about it? I'm just out here. So I'm like, South by Southwest. Because all I know is I always wanted to go. So the fact that I done got the official invite from YouTube is, oh, I'll be in Austin. Yeah, so the fact that I done got the official invite from YouTube, I'm like, I'm definitely trying to be there. So I'm in Austin for YouTube South by Southwest convention next month. Like I said, I definitely want to see y'all, which means I need to start securing like the end of this month. Yeah, maybe that'll help me, because okay. So I had a habit of doing this in 20, whenever it was, that whole year when I was doing all them New York, not all them New York trips, but when it was like Disney every weekend, New York and whatever. I was literally, and I was going to Rolling Loud in Miami, and that year, or I spent like all of my money up front at the beginning of the year, and I said, I'm going to spend the first quarter just planning for what I'm going to do for the rest of the year. So I was like, if I'm just going to start putting down payments on stuff now, then I will eventually go. I'll pay for all that stuff. And when I tell you, I did maybe, like, I lost out on thousands of dollars by prepaying it, because my Rolling Loud ticket itself, $1,000. And then, like, some of the stuff that I did not do in New York, I bought tickets for events that was hundreds of dollars, and I did not go. My family was like, we spent $100, we still going. You can stay in this hotel if you want to. Pay a good $700 for that hotel when I was in New York for all them. I think we was in New York for like 4 days, 4 days, 3 nights. 4 days, yeah, because we left on like a Wednesday and came back on a Sunday or something like that. So yeah, I'm in the headspace of doing that again, because at this point, at least I have a monetized YouTube channel. I am being invited to YouTube events. So it's like the events that I was going to was just stuff for me to have content to post when I was especially trying to get monetized. But now that I am monetized, and now that I am, a YouTube community partner, being invited to YouTube Creator Collective events, that's now what I'm more focused on being a part of. Like I said, missing that Super Bowl one and looking at everyone put their content out from them being at the Super Bowl event with YouTube, my heart broke. My heart really freaking broke. So that's why I'm like, this next event coming up for first quarter, I'm doing what I gotta do to make it. It's getting me hot and bothered just thinking about it. But what's up, Will? Oh, you been talking? He said it's an hour from Dallas. Okay. All the clubs be lit. Yeah, don't tell nobody. I need to start telling people I spent $1,000. I'm like, don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. But what's up, my guy? Thank you for being in the clique. Welcome to the SOULcial. Yes, you are fire for that. You are in the clique. And you get there. And Trisha got it. I know that's right. Shout out to y'all. Y'all raw for that. Y'all are raw for that. So, okay, so I'll be an hour away. Dang. Because I'm like, I wouldn't expect y'all to drive an hour. But y'all want me to see if I can sneak y'all into the event? I ain't got no problem being like Gina from White Chicks when she snuck in underneath that curtain with her friend. Y'all trying to come? Cause nah, for real. For real. It's gonna work out. Like I said, it's gonna all work out. It's going to all work out. But in the meantime, in the between time, like I said, that's essentially it for this live. Like I said, this live was essentially just wanted to show y'all how good my hair looked. But now I have been on this live for quite some time. I said, child, look at this. Glistening. Glistening. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense for me to be glistening like that. I mean, I'm a star. I know I shine, but my God. Baby, because it ain't even, first of all, it's still winter. Didn't that little groundhog say he still saw the winter time? I'm like, we in Florida. Just imagine how the summer gonna be if this how winter is. That's them hot flashes. That's them hot flashes. And I done drank all my cranberry water. It was water, but I put like 4 ounces of cranberry in it because I was eating this extra salted seafood boil for lunch. And it was just like, let's, try to balance that. let's try to, give it a nice little cleanse as such. But yeah, at this point, I'm getting so hot that I need to actually roll my hair back up so my curls can look like this on Valentine's Day. Just want to give y'all a sneak peek of what we got going on. Because like I said, that color wow is definitely trying to wow me. Like I said, now I know it is definitely a user error because I'm loving how straight my hair has been. I thought I was going to have to re-straighten it, but like I said, just chop some of the hair off. Okay, you're going to be security? All right, cool. We'll say you're going to be security. That's exactly what we need. Because do I look like I can secure the building? Even though I applied for a security job, do I look like I can secure a building? I cannot believe they really let Cardi go into that courtroom with all them theatrics, child. She looked like she could secure the building. Because I'm telling you, if a bitch told me I look like I could secure the building, you want to fight. You want to fight. You want to fight me. I'm finna go, y'all. I'm finna go because at this point, we are just having a social. And I'm just enjoying letting y'all see my hair. Wrap it up so I can go ahead and wrap my hair up and let this be it for the day. I am going to see y'all tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and give y'all a sneak peek of tomorrow. Oh, because this is also how I... Dang, hold on. Let me make sure I got everything. All right, so... So, like I told y'all, we did a lunch bang today because I really wanted an egg noodle bowl. Because I wanted to eat this Hello Kitty spicy noodle bowl. Have y'all ever seen this before? Y'all knew Hello Kitty had a spicy noodle bowl? I want to try this. I'm like, we were going to do a taste test today, but I want to do it tomorrow. So I figured that's what I was like. But I still wanted some egg noodle bowl. So I ended up having to get egg noodle bowl. But I'm like, we're going to try this one tomorrow. Oh, because I have some Valentine's Day treats that I wanted to also try with y'all. I'm like, we got some Valentine's Day goodness. Y'all ever had this? I'm like, I think this is the one that I had last year, but I'm not necessarily sure. Y'all know I love truffle flies. I love truffle fries. I love truffles. I love. Okay. I love cherries as well. So it's 2 truffles in here. And it is 3 chocolates covered cherries, I guess is what it is. Delicious cherries covered with real milk chocolate, 100% liquid center. So is it a cherry in the center or a liquid? I guess we'll find out tomorrow. So yeah, I'm like, I was going to do a taste test today, but subscribe so we can do it tomorrow. Subscribe so we can do it tomorrow. And then y'all also found these. Y'all ever saw these? I love Rice Krispie treats. So I meant to say rice cakes. I did not mean to say Rice Krispie treats because Rice Krispie treats ain't got nothing to do with rice cakes. I love rice cakes. And when I saw that they had these mini drizzled rice cakes, I was like, let me see what these are talking about. So come back tomorrow so we can have a little taste test. We haven't had a taste test in forever, but I wanted to do a Valentine's Day taste test. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. So at this point, like I said, that's pretty much all I have for y'all. Okay. Leave your comments down below. Join the channel membership if you like to chat live. Subscribe for the vibes. I will see y'all next time. If nobody told y'all, I'm here to tell y'all, God loves you. Jesus loves you. I love you if you love them. And in turn, you will love yourself. So, with that being said, be good, be great, look good, don't hate. Spread love because that's what a real mob do. And keep it gangster, God feel people because that's what the real gangsters do. Okay? Let me make sure I done tapped in with all the chat. All right. Yeah, I got y'all back. Y'all got me. I got y'all. Yep. Okay. So, boom. All right, boom. We are all caught up on the chat. I'm just going through it. I'm just making sure I ain't missed nothing. All right. So, yeah. Yes. Well, that's what's going to wrap it up. Y'all will be anywhere in the world, but y'all are here looking at my hair. I'm like, I know I lost the lighting a bit, but it was fabulous when I first came on here, honey. Okay? It was giving Principal Piggy. It was giving Regina. It was giving Queen. It was giving she did her thing because she takes care of herself. She takes care of her hair herself. And she does have to take care of what she can herself as well, which is quite unfortunate. But whatever. I don't know. I'm never going to get over this. Because, like, I'm the man. May as well be doing the bending. Who's doing the bending? Okay. All right. Time to go because you make me delirious. Toodles, y'all. Because I'm like, y'all know I'm running 2 programs back here. So I'm like, I got to get the horizontal where they got to be. Got to get the vertical where they got to be. I'm like, I think y'all are here at this point. Toodles. They are there. Because I'm like, y'all are here as well with the whole Toodles. Until next time.